Hello, everybody. Welcome to a Blockbuster year. Tonight, we are talking about a movie that Jay and I have watched for the first time tonight.
Oh, spoiler.
I don't even own a physical copy of it. We are talking Better Off Dead. Let's pop in the tape. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Jay Ryan, great to see you again. It's been a week. It's been a whole week. Wink, wink, wink.
Yeah, I know. Exactly. Boy, my body clock says something different. But yeah. It's so nice to be back. Same here. Hello, everybody. You'll have to forgive us. It was so nice to be live last week.
Yes. Yeah. But these pre-records, as I said, have to happen because that allows us to get amazing guests. Like tonight, Troy Benjamin is with us. He is a producer, a writer, an author. He's a podcaster. He has written incredibly in-depth books. This is the Ghostbusters Ectomobile Haynes Manual. I love this book so much. He also just recently co-authored with a past and future guest, Craig Goldberg, on our Teen Wolf episode, the Real Ghostbusters, A Visual History. I've got both versions here. I got the deluxe and the regular version. So I think we're going to talk a little bit about Ghostbusters tonight. Jay is involved in the Ghostbusters community. Troy is heavily involved in the Ghostbusters community. And we've talked about it a little bit on this show, but Troy, welcome to a Blockbuster year. I'm so excited to have you.
Thanks for having me.
Troy Benjamin.
I'm so excited. Hang on one second, Brandon. Let me Venmo you your fee here for mentioning all the books.
Nice.
There we go.
Well,
I love the show. 1985, what a wonderful year for film. So I love the concept of the podcast too. It's just such a good show. You're a couple of good dudes. You get good guests. You guys are doing a pre-record for me? Like, of all the people that you've had, me, I'm the one? No. I feel very embarrassed now.
You are a busy guy, Troy.
Yeah,
but
hard to nail down.
Yeah, I knew I wanted you on the show, and that was probably early last year is when I asked you, because it was right around the time when the Real Ghostbusters Visual History book had come out. Because I went back to go and see. I was like, I'm pretty sure I talked about it on Craig's episode, and I think the book had just come out around the time that Craig was on the show.
It's hard to believe it's been a year. Yeah. It's been a while, but yeah. I mean, it's hard to believe that. I mean, your show's been on. This is like your third year now, right?
No, we're just starting year 2.
Just starting year 2. Okay, I was gonna say it feels like it's been on a long time, but time is a construct now that doesn't make
all
any
of
sense.
The hours of the show, the length of the show is about 3 years total. But yeah, no, we're only starting our second year currently.
All right. Well, I'm glad to be on year 2. We made it before year 3. That's the goal.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You're helping us break in Thursdays though, so we appreciate that.
Oh, good. Okay, excellent. Even though we're not on a anyway.
Yeah.
What?
People will start picking it up.
Troy, you mentioned air conditioning. Yes, we have air conditioning. Where are you? You're near where?
I'm by the beach. I'm the South Bay area by LAX. Yeah. So I am in Los Angeles. Yeah.
Have you always been?
I have. That's what you and we on one of your shows. I was trying to figure out where you and I have crossed paths, and I think it was in maybe Sean Bishop's backyard for a tiki night or something, where it was like I remember, but I don't remember seeing.
Right. It's funny you pointed to your nose. Not that kind of. I don't remember.
Not that kind of. No, that was the whimpering nose.
Real tiki night.
Oh, I see.
That's a different tiki. That's a different Hollywood kind of night. Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? I don't know about a tiki night, but Sean Bishop being the tie that binds certainly makes sense. In my mind, I don't know why I thought you were somewhere else. Like I didn't realize you were.
I mean, I'm a Colorado
did you used to do the Building Sundays or anything like that?
Do building Sundays, yeah. Because at one point Sean had that shop that was out in Santa Clarita, so I would go out there from time to time. Yeah.
What the fuck? Yes, that's where we built the time machine.
Yeah. I've actually been meaning to ask
first
you,
one.
which time machine is currently on display at Universal? Because the one you guys worked on is at Peterson, right?
Well, I mean,
or used to be. Maybe.
No, well, I mean, it all depends. It all depends on which one you mean. I mean, the original car that Sean and I built together is actually in England.
The one that you guys built.
But then
you worked on the Hero screen used one.
Mm-hmm, that's at the Peterson.
Yeah, that's the A car, the Hero car at the Peterson.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, I built Joe Walser's car. I built Terry whatever Metallic's car with them. We built a bunch of freaking cars over the years.
That's so cool.
But even Sean's and my car, we rebuilt 3 or 4 times. So, you know, like the first time we built it up in the shop, then I rebuilt it in Pasadena, and then in Joe's backyard, and then, you know, like. So I don't know which one. Yeah, I mean, together we probably built 5 or 6 time machines, but you know, that's what it is.
Well, and there is another big car connection between all of us, really, because
right, and the Ectos.
The Ecto that I own, the '59 Superior, was previously owned by Sean Bishop, worked on by Jay Ryan. Troy has seen that car in person. In fact, every single time I see Chris Stewart, Troy's podcast co-host from the Ghostbusters Cross Rip podcast, there is a little dice. There's a dice that is glued on the dash, like right by the speedo of the Ecto, and every time Chris is like, "Yep, that's my dice. I gave that to Brian Fear, the owner between Sean and I." And so,
so you knew Brian and Eric then, of course, then Troy.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
And Brian was at some of the build days also. Like Brian and Sean helped me build my first pack back in 2005.
So when we built the pack for Ernie Hudson, then were you there during all that?
I was just slightly after that, yeah, because you guys had already built the pack and Ernie had already come to pick it up. It was, I mean, literally like months right after that, yeah.
But that's when I remember Brian being there the most. Okay, yeah, that's cool. Yeah. I in my mind I thought you were in England or something, like with Chris 3-name.
I mean, Ian, I would like to be in England.
Christopher, Ian, whatever his name. I can't remember his name. Well, that's awesome, dude. Well, we should fucking get together, man.
Yeah,
I was just down there for Comic-Con.
Oh man, yeah. Oh, I missed Comic-Con this year. This is the first year in a few years that I haven't gone again, and every year I'm like, oh, it's gonna settle down. This is gonna be like the time that they stop doing stuff, and then like Green Day is up on an ice cream truck throwing ice cream at people and performing. I'm like, nope, it's not slowing down at all.
They have to beat it every year. That's what they do. That's
I hadn't been in a long time, and I was impressed that they still were doing all that shit.
Yeah.
Like, oh, look, another fucking obstacle course, another goddamn.
Themed to Futurama.
Why are these zombies?
It was
Widow's Day, obstacle course.
Knows. Yeah. Exactly.
Well, before we even get into this movie, I do have a few things I want to talk to you about, Troy, because there is a part of your job. Go ahead, Jay. Yeah.
I see the Ecto behind you. Have you ever built an Ecto? Did you ever build did you help with the M&M? Like, were you there when we built the second Ecto?
No. So I was there. Okay. Sean and we at one point were trying to rebuild the 1A when it was still in storage at the Sony props warehouse. And so we went and we did an inventory of what was there, what shape it was in. We did a whole bunch of measurements and photos and all sorts of we were really trying to make the 1A happen. And then,
but this is later, after it was already stripped and all of that stuff, right?
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask. Yeah. So this is pre-Afterlife.
Pre-Afterlife, but when it was just in a cargo container, basically. Yeah. It was like just
post-video game restoration that never happened on the 1A.
Because one of the Ectos for Afterlife was an Ecto 1A. They brought back to life.
The 1A,
The 1A?
They got two 59s that they became like their two hero cars, and then one of them is still an Afterlife car, and I believe it's at the Peterson now. And then the other one they turned into what you see in Frozen Empire, like they repainted it and souped it all up. But so there were two 59s that they used for Afterlife, and then they took was it a 61? They
61,
cut one
I want to say,
Yeah, they cut it into three so that they could do all of their process filming. So exterior didn't look anything like what it should, but the interior was perfect for filming. But yeah,
but theoretically, if you go to the lot now, Brandon, like the Afterlife car you see there is the old 1A. So they have the original 1 and 1A in front of Ghost Corp.
I just figured I'd ask because we do have the guy who literally wrote the book on the Ectomobile with us
Good point.
tonight. So,
but that's part of what we did the measurements for. So in there, like all of the decal measurements and everything we took from the actual screen used 1A. What remnants we could find, like the caution tape had obviously been peeled away and stripped away, but you could still see the remnants of it. So we would take the calipers up there and measure all that stuff. And yeah.
So did Sean tell you about like the time that we found that car? Like when it was missing after it left Universal Florida and came back to Hollywood, but nobody knew where it was?
No, I never heard that story.
Yeah, we've told that story on this show before, but we when it was missing, where nobody knew where it was, we found it way back when at an offsite location. And those pictures are like the ones where the windshield's busted and it looks like it's in a junkyard at nighttime. Yeah. We found shooting Entourage of all things out on location. And then I called Sean. I go, "You're never going to believe this. I fucking found it." And he's like, "What?" And he came down to set late at night and we took those pictures. He was crawling all over it.
God, that's
so I'm guessing that when you guys went was the first time since.
It lit up. It fired up on its own.
Exactly.
The spirit of Spangler fired it up.
All the braid wires. Yeah. No, it was so when we went through it, it was filled with just junk. There was like a video, like a CRT monitor from some news van car. I don't know. It must have been something from Universal that they thought was
something else.
Ghostbusters and threw in there. It was just in terrible shape. But it was probably in better shape than when you guys found it with whatever had been done to it at that point. But yeah.
Well, and then I was at CVS when they restored it. When they stripped both of them, they restored the one. They were gonna do both at the same time, but they stripped. They stripped both, yeah. I mean, all those pictures from CVS that were on like AJ's site and everything were stuff I took.
Yeah.
Wow.
Man.
Yeah, it's crazy, this weird connection. And, Jay and I meet,
Dude, talk about the right time.
In Astoria, yeah, it's just crazy. It's just crazy, all these weird connections. And you and I, Troy, have all these mutual friends. And it's just a cool community, man. This is what I like about it.
You took pictures that are in that Real Ghostbusters book too.
I did. I didn't want to toot my own horn, but yeah,
you get a special thanks for that exact reason.
My name is in this book in the special thanks, so I do have to thank you for that, including me. I was just taking pictures of Ryan's ecto glows. That's initially what happened, and then
gotta make sure that you say the Ryan's, otherwise he gets really protective of it.
Yes, and I think his one ecto glow made it in here. But yeah, and then I was like, well, I have some other stuff too, and that's when Craig was like, just take pictures of all the sides of all the unopened Real Ghostbusters toy. Yeah, there's Ryan's. Shout out. There's Ryan's ecto glow. What do I got here? I think. There's my inbox original Ghost Sweeper and Ecto 3.
I was gonna say we got some of your inbox, like your box shots are really good too.
Yeah. There was a few things. But yeah, no, I appreciate you guys included me in the thanks in the back of the book, and that meant a lot to me.
That was the coolest part about that book is because obviously Sony doesn't have an archive where all of that stuff exists. We couldn't just go in and there was some archivist, kind of like when you go to the Margaret Herrick Library for AMPUS, and they're like, "Oh yes, let me take you to the Real Ghostbusters papers. Please put on your gloves and whatever." Yes. That didn't exist. We had to go to, because all the collectors have the cells and the storyboards, and especially all the toy stuff. It's like, we went to all the people in Cincinnati that worked at Kenner and had been sitting up in their loft or their garages or whatever. And we had to become archivists ourselves and pull all of that stuff together. But I can't believe how many people helped us with that book just to get as much in there as we possibly could. So thank you. That was awesome.
No, I mean, happy to help. And the thing with this book is that it's not just the toys. The toys is ultimately a small section of this book. It really is the history of the Real Ghostbusters animated series and the interviews and all the information. Like, this book is not just photos. It is full of writing. So you and Craig
the story that none of us knew.
Yeah. Yes, exactly.
Like, that was the crazy thing to Craig and I, was that we know the show. We've watched the episodes. We can quote things. We know what, you can look at a cell and be like, oh, that's from Bird of Kildarby or whatever. But what we didn't know is like how the show came to be. Why was it called The Real Ghostbusters? Who named Slimer? Like all of these things that we kind of take for granted now. And so coming to some answers, like one of the biggest answers that we found was if you watch the credits, obviously the theme song is not sung by Ray Parker Jr. And we talked to Joe Medjuck and he's like, what? Ray Parker Jr. didn't do that? That was him. That was totally him. And I said, no, it wasn't.
No way.
I said, well, why don't you call Ray? I was like, I'm sorry. Yes, I have him on speed dial. Let me just call Ray Parker.
You mean Mr. Parker Jr.?
Yeah. But that's what ended up happening. He gave us his phone number and we called Ray Parker Jr. And he said, no, that wasn't me. But if you read the book, you will find out who it was. And he's a very famous singer who just must have done it under a pseudonym for whatever reason he had. But
Luther Vandross. Spoiler alert.
Yes. I wish.
Sorry. Sorry.
Awesome. Ooh, yeah.
Barry White.
Silky.
I sent Sean Bishop a picture of what that I just took here, and I said crossing the streams, of course, and he said, "Love that kid." Hi to Troy.
I love that guy too.
So he knew right who you were.
He didn't.
Yeah, Sean Bishop from our European vacation episode, very early episode. Loved having
classic episode.
Yeah. Classic movie.
The Griswolds.
The Griswolds. But so one aspect, besides you being an author and a nerd and ingrained in this Ghostbusters community, one of the things that you do for a living, Troy, which I personally find fascinating and has always been a secret dream of mine, is you are the behind the scenes guy on big film sets.
I thought you were going to say, you have free time. I'm like, no, I don't have free time, Brandon. What are you saying?
Oh,
no.
Wait, you shoot BTS for a living?
Yes, Troy is a BTS.
No shit.
Videographer.
Yeah, yep. BTS. I did some stuff on Afterlife and Frozen Empire. Like if you watch the Frozen Empire special features, all of the scoring stuff that they did with Dario and Peter Bernstein, that was all stuff I filmed. And
cool.
and I got to cover when they were restoring the ectos for Afterlife. I was one of the select few that knew what was going on out there in it was Sunland, I guess, technically, California, where they were rebuilding them and putting them together. So, yeah, it's fun. Like that's to me, and that's why the Real Ghostbusters book worked so well. Is I love the stories of how films come together. Like I read Don Shea and Jody Duncan's Jurassic Park book 7,000 times in junior
famously
high school.
In the movie, credited to those authors as well.
It's a hero shot. Like that. How many making of books are in the actual film?
It's crazy. It's such yeah.
But yeah. So that was. I mean, I've been a lover of Cinefex and Don and Jody and all of those types of film, or like the J.W. Rinsler books. Like all of those film historian
those
books
are so good.
They're so good.
Those Star Wars Rinsler books are amazing.
Yeah. So that's how I kind of got into DVD behind the scenes featurettes back in 2006. I want to say I started at Trailer Park and we
you worked at Trailer Park. Amazing.
I was at Trailer Park. Yeah. And
they're gone now, right? Didn't they shut down?
Gone. Rest in peace. Yeah. I mean, I think they're still around. They're still kind of doing stuff, but
they closed the office and all that, right?
They closed the office. They used to be right across. If you were at the Chinese theater, you could walk out of the doors of the Chinese theater and look up and you would see the Trailer Park building on the 6th and 7th. Well, it was only on the 6th and 7th floors. And they took
I remember upstairs from Hooters. That was the joke.
Upstairs from Hooters, yeah. And it was Hamburger Hamlet before that. Yeah. And,
exactly. Right. Wow.
So when Hamburger Hamlet went out of business, we went down and we scavenged all of their demo stuff. And if you watch the Alien versus Predator Requiem, one of the AVPs, we made our background just all of the gacky stuff, just metal and sheet metal and all
like
sorts of stuff.
For your interviews, for like your cast
that we
and crew
stole
interviews
from Hamburger Hamlet.
That's so funny.
My gosh,
for our interviews. But so I've been doing that now for quite some time, and then I took some time off. I worked at Disney for a while, and then I was in-house at Star Trek for a couple of years doing all of their digital and videography and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm back to it now, working on many.
I just find it so fascinating because as a person who loves to watch the special features, those have always been like I always dreamed of like being the fly on the wall for all of these incredibly huge sets. Like Deadpool is
it's a different production company.
Yeah,
that you shot. So like,
did you say Deadpool?
Yeah, I was on Deadpool, the first one. Yeah, up in Vancouver.
Yeah, I haven't seen it,
yeah.
but I just met that guy the other day that we talked about on the show.
The creator of Deadpool, Rob Liefeld.
Rob,
Rob Liefeld,
yeah.
Oh man, he's a character. I like him.
But yeah, that first Deadpool shot right in our backyard.
Yeah, a lot. I mean, on the bridge, and we filmed a whole lot of stuff. There was a junkyard that I think was like an hour outside of Vancouver that we were at for a ton of shooting. Yeah, I mean that's just, it's always fun, and that's always like I love to be on set and see how like the special effects guys are rigging a gag, or how the stunts guys are putting the wiring up for a big wire stunt, or things like that. And so it only made sense that at a certain point I was field producing and I would be there with a shooter, and then I fancy myself a camera guy as well. So I just started shooting, and it became very second nature to just be there being like, hey, what are you doing? Explain this to me. And then I would get these video diaries from people, cool. You know, of all the different heads of departments. And then like I worked on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. the first few seasons. And that's really where I actually got to do a lot of my first BTS shooting stuff. So like going up to Bill Paxton and saying, hey man, I'm really sorry. I was filming you in that last take. I usually like to come and introduce myself. And I'm Troy. I'm the BTS guy. If ever you want me out, just like give me the sign, and I'm out of your way. If I'm in your eye line, I'm so sorry. And he goes, man, I don't give a shit. And I was like, you're Bill Paxton.
That sounds like Bill Paxton.
Yeah,
that sounds like him.
Yeah.
But yeah. So
he's Coconut Pete.
Coconut Pete. Oh, that's what we just worked on. Super Troopers 3. So and those guys.
It's in my mind fresh too.
Yeah.
We just had Eric Stolhansky on the show, so it's fresh in mind because we just watched it the other day.
I love Eric.
Yeah.
Those guys are unbelievable.
Dude, I can't believe we haven't crossed paths. This is so bizarre. Yeah. This is great.
Well, we have now, technically.
Yeah, I know. But I'm right up by Universal Studios, so if you're ever over here, come over. And then also I'd love to have you on Playset too sometime to talk about how we have the same history, even though we haven't crossed paths.
And just to see the desk. I gotta see the desk, man. That's
gotta sit in the chairs.
That is its own thing. Yeah, that is its own thing. Every single time I gotta get some sort of shot. Yes.
Yeah. That's amazing. But so I've been in LA since 2001 ish. And then before that I was a Colorado.
Were you on Proptopia back in the day?
I was, yeah.
So there was very few of us on Proptopia. So so we would have.
Yeah. Proptopia was awesome.
What was your handle back then?
I was Net Solo because I fancy myself Han Solo, but I was on the internet. You see, Jay, it was a combination of things. AOL.
I get it.
Back in the day, it was it was the beginning of you can be somebody you've never been before in your life. All of the people in your life don't know this thing about you, that you love this thing.
Yeah.
Everybody in high school
there was only like 30 of us on Proptopia, man.
Yeah. That was fun.
So
that was
to me, that's the old school builders group. So if you were involved there, you probably know a lot of the same stuff, that info.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Yeah.
Like if people are uninitiated from Proptopia, like it was proto, what's the new one?
It's pre-RPF. It was before RPF. It was before GB Fans. In fact, AJ, who started GB Fans, was Sean's fucking webmaster. He was the guy who ran the thing.
That's crazy. I've known AJ for a long time too, but he
was a kid.
Cool.
Remember that? He was a kid helping Sean do it because Sean was too old to do it at 30 something. He was like, I'll just set it up for you, no big deal.
There's video of me. The very first Crossrip episode was in 1996, I want to say, and it's me in like, I don't know, fucking 9th grade or whatever, like sitting at my desk in my room. Yeah. And it's just me trying to be Letterman. I'm throwing pencils at the camera and whatever. And you had to download it on QuickTime Player, and it took 10 years to download. Nobody would have watched that ever. But
that's amazing.
Please come over anytime. Anytime.
Yes. Oh, I'd love that. That would be awesome.
Throw a pencil for me, Troy.
I will. Yes.
This is honestly, it's so fascinating. I actually could watch you guys talk about your past and the industry. It's just I love it. I love it.
Yeah. But Savage Steve is watching this, being like, when are you going to get to the movie? Come on, guys.
Yes, exactly. Savage Steve Holland. Tonight,
I had to look up Savage Steve Holland.
Better Off Dead. And as I mentioned in the intro, a first time for both Jay and I.
I can't believe that. That's fascinating to me. That's again, so like a
as I watched it, I've definitely seen pieces over the years, but this is definitely my first time all the way
It was
through.
on HBO like every weekend.
Yes,
from 85 to 97.
Yep,
I've heard half of this movie before through quotes my entire fucking life.
You had
He's
that
skiing
exactly
on one
right,
ski.
Troy, by the way.
Give me my $2. How many people give me my $2?
Yes, I just want to flag for everybody that Troy got those dates exactly right. The HBO premiere of Better Off Dead was in 1987, and it ran and played 80 times over the course of 1987 to 1989.
Yep.
So it just played all the time, and that is why I think it does have the cult status that it does, because not to jump the what is it, put the cart before the horse or whatever.
Yeah.
But when I was reading all the Letterboxd reviews for the end of the show, there was so many people like just talking about how important this movie was to them growing up. And I was thinking the same thing, like, how have I not come across this movie? I love John Cusack. There's some John Cusack movies that I would consider like high in my top movies. But I just never got around to watching it.
Yeah. I mean, this was one, so I caught it. It must have been 1988. I want to say 88 or 89 on HBO. And I saw the skiing part of it. And again, a Colorado kid, I loved skiing. And I was like renting the VHS of Ski Patrol long before I should have been renting the Ski Patrol VHS. But so we
hang on. There was two. There was Ski Patrol and there was Ski School. They were both kind of adult. Which one was?
And both of them. I was renting both of them, and my parents had no idea it was on either one of those tapes.
Isn't one more risque than the other one, though?
Ski School, I believe, was the one that was a little more
more
apropos for my junior high school sensibilities. But I caught it. I was like, "What's this movie with this guy skiing in welding goggles?" And the dude from Revenge of the Nerds is in it. So, I caught part of it, and then when we went, we had one video store in Little Town, Colorado that I was from. So I went down there and I was like, I saw this movie. It was about skiing, and she like pointed at the shelf and pointed out Better Off Dead. And then from that point, I would rent it constantly. Like I probably, it was like every summer kind of thing where I would watch Better Off Dead.
And what's funny is you look at the cover and you would never think that skiing is a huge part of this movie.
But it's such a hard, I get it. Like I was doing some research on this before we talked, and the people who did the one sheet poster were like, the copywriting went through so many iterations because it was referential to suicide. And of course,
all the different taglines they had to switch the tagline from being like seemingly promotional of suicide to being like, no, life is good.
You're not better off dead.
You're not better off dead.
Yeah. So it was a hard sell. It had to be a hard sell.
Well, and I'll be honest, I think that is maybe a part of it that always kind of seemed like off to me. I was like, I don't know if I really want to watch a comedy that is like about suicide and mental health. Like that is a very serious thing. And it just always was like, I just don't know if I'm that audience. But that's the 80s, when you watch it,
then it makes total sense. Like there's that moment when he is hanging from his neck in the garage and he's like, what am I doing? This is death. Like he even comes to that realization, but you can't, that's subtext that you can't put on a one sheet poster. That's like, watch a kid go through life and death, suicidal thoughts.
And we already brought up Savage Steve Holland, the writer and director of Better Off Dead. But all of this is inspired by a true story that happened to him. He had a girl break up with him. He was down on himself, and he tried to kill himself by hanging an extension cord over a pipe in his garage and standing on top of a garbage can, and the garbage can crumpled underneath his weight. He fell, broke the pipe. The water started rushing into the garage, and then his mom came in and started yelling at him for breaking the pipe and causing a flood. And that's when
that's how that goes.
His life.
Yes.
Look what you did.
So jerk. Obviously the film does make light of it, and we don't want to make light of mental illness and suicide. It is very serious, but it is coming from a place where a person was going through it and inspired by their own true life experiences, and then using that to channel, getting through it or putting it out there, right, through art. So
well, and it's funny because because you guys seeing it for the first time, I'm very curious to hear your thoughts on it, because me having watched it in junior high and high school, like I really identified. I'm like, yeah, his girlfriend broke up with him, man, she sucks, what a terrible thing.
Yeah.
Now going back and watching it, I realized, like, God, this is just a microcosm of high school. All the things that you think are important, and the one girl that you're obsessed with so much that you put her face on all the hangers in your closet.
Yeah.
Like, really borderline obsessive, horrible stuff there.
Borderline.
But like, very bored. I mean, okay, it's over the border, across the border. But the stuff that you think is important, and the things that you think are life and death, and I'm going to end my life because of this thing. Now watching that, I was like, oh, that makes sense to me. Like, that's high school. That's the reason I don't go to my high school reunions, because I don't care about high school anymore. But I thought everything was end of the world when X happened, or like I had a girlfriend in high school over one summer dumped me by saying, like, something's happened in my life, and I don't know how you fit into it. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. And I found out she went and got married the weekend before that. She went to Vegas and got married, and that was the thing that happened to her. Like, and she doesn't know how to fit into it.
Yeah, that's a big.
But to me, that was like life.
That turns out to be accurate, I guess.
Yeah, but I was so sad, and I'm never going to recover from this. And clearly that didn't stop me from anything. But
no,
it's just it's like, those are the things that you think are very important, or like you're the paper boy and you want your $2. That's the most important thing in your life at that point in time. But so how did you guys react to this movie when you saw it the first time? I'm curious.
Well, one of the things that I think is really interesting about this movie is that it is so bit and joke heavy, and I didn't know that that's what it was. I thought that this movie was going to be more run-of-the-mill John Cusack as a sort of like a pouty teen going through high school.
The hyper reality.
John Cusack doing what he does best. More Lloyd from Say Anything. Yes, me too.
Well, exactly. And I thought maybe we were going to be getting something more John Hughesy, right? That's just always what I thought this movie was. I love jokes. I love bits. I love gags.
I smell a disclaimer coming here.
The one thing, but this movie, albeit had some really good jokes, there was just something about it that I didn't feel like tied everything together. And I've actually, since I saw it a couple of days ago, I've been thinking about, like, what is the difference between even a movie we covered just a few weeks ago, Transylvania 65000, also maybe not fully successful, but had some really good jokes. But I had a different experience watching Transylvania 65000 than I did Better Off Dead, or like literally half an hour ago, Renee and I watched Wet Hot American Summer, and I'm like, okay, that is another bit gaggy movie, but it just, like, I'm dying laughing at some of the stuff in Wet Hot American Summer, or like, why does Mel Brooks work? And so I was trying to think, like, what is the thing about Better Off Dead that isn't sort of connecting for me? Because, like, there's one joke in this movie that I laughed hard enough that I had to rewind it and watch it again. I'll just let people know, it's when John Cusack is on the bridge and then Curtis Armstrong, like, taps him and then he falls off and he lands in that garbage truck. And then those two workers, they're on that, like, the lift, and they're like, oh, look at that. And they're two black guys, and they're like, oh, look at that, throwing away a perfectly good white boy. And I'm like, okay, it caught me completely off guard. And it was like, okay, this is like the goofiness. That's like the other joke that I really like is every single time the mom was cooking food, the visual gag of the blue slop crawling off of John Cusack's plate, or like the tentacles in the pot.
Tentacles, the
you
bacon,
like that?
The super zany stuff. I like that stuff. But
that's Wet Hot American Summer. Like, that's the can of green beans talking kind of thing, where it's like, but I get what you're saying, Brandon, because, like, the movie, like it's throwing everything at the wall and just seeing what sticks. Like it's trying to give you those visual gags. It's giving you like everybody with the fright wig hair. It's giving you.
It's trying to do Zucker. It's trying to do Mel Brooks. It's trying to be satirical.
And then
trying to do a lot of things.
Yeah.
And Savage Steve is like, he's an animation person, so you've obviously got the animated intro and then the burger later, and so it's like, I think the biggest criticisms that I've seen of the film are that it feels like a student film where the student's trying to figure out his voice, and I totally.
And it's his first film. It is his first, as far as I know, his first feature-length film, because
he's only done
let's get into
two
it.
That I know of, right?
Yeah.
Well,
he did like some animation and stuff like that after.
So Savage Steve Holland is the writer-director of Better Off Dead. He was an SNL assistant director from '88 to 1990. Jay, he did only make one other theatrically released feature film, and this is One Crazy Summer, a film we'll talk about a little bit later in the show. And then,
to me, they're the same movie. I thought when it's him as a cartoonist in both.
Yes,
and it's got the little cartoons come to life in his mind in both, and I that really irritated me.
Yeah,
really irritated me. Yeah, I'm not a fan of this guy.
After after these movies didn't do so well at the box office, he goes into directing and writing for a lot of like Disney Channel shows. So he goes on to be a director on and these I'm a little bit younger than you guys, so I don't know if these will actually mean anything to you, but some of the shows that he worked on were very important to me when I was coming home from school and popping on the Disney Channel or Family Channel,
Roundhouse,
called in Canada.
Roundhouse.
Remember Lizzie McGuire?
Nickelodeon.
Lizzie McGuire with Hilary Duff, Even Stevens with Shia LaBeouf, and
animation components to both of those, right?
Yes.
It was Shia LaBeouf and Christy Romano.
Christy Carlson Romano, thank you. Phil of the Future, and then one of my absolute favorite shows was called Ned's Declassified School Survival Guide. And that is a show that is doing what something like Better Off Dead is doing, a show that is so full of zany visual gags and bits, and like there's a character named Coconut Head who has like a haircut that looks like a bob, like, but it's, you know, it was, I love the show. It was so funny to me. And so Savage Steve Holland went on to do a lot of that stuff later in his career, but
and suited his sensibilities
a little bit more. Yes,
like that kind of like Lizzie McGuire, Even Stevens, like that makes a whole lot of sense.
Yeah,
less reference to suicide, if I remember correctly.
Yes, and Lizzie McGuire,
Disney standards and practices being what it is, couldn't really.
But yes, he did start as an animator, and one of the things that I read about him is that he was the animator for the whammy creature on Press Your Luck.
No.
And so, I mean, no whammies,
no whammy. Stop!
Stop.
Bermuda, $500.
Yeah, that's in the cultural zeitgeist, right? So Savage Steve Holland was the animator for the whammy creature. So I don't know if that improves your thoughts.
You're winning
on
Jay
Savage
over. I can
Steve.
see it in his face. I can see it easing. He's like, oh, okay, that's Savage Steve. He's all right. No,
they gave him two stabs at making the same movie, and they were both a failure. So he had to go to television. It's the only thing that makes
John
sense.
Cusack will never talk to him again because of those two films.
Yes,
I wouldn't either. I wouldn't either. We'll get there. I have nothing against him personally, but he did take up 90 minutes of my time.
Better Off Dead shares two producers from The Breakfast Club, which I thought was interesting because famously John Cusack was the original casting for John Bender in The Breakfast Club.
Nelson,
Judd Nelson's part.
And a lot of this cast was in Fast Times too, weren't they? Like
there was a few of them. Yeah. Who was in? Fast?
Wiss, Amanda Wiss.
The math teacher. Yeah, I remember him.
From Ghost, the subway ghost, kick the can. Yeah, man, that guy's awesome.
Grinder from Batman Returns.
Exactly, from Batman Returns. Yes, yeah. Very iconic face. Vincent
Yeah.
Galeo, is that his name? No, Vincent
Chavietti or Chavielli or something
Chavielli.
like that? Yeah.
Chavielli. Yeah.
Chevalier.
Fast Times. Chevalier.
I'll take 2 of those on the rocks. Thank you.
Yes. No whammy. Stop.
Yeah, I mean, there's not a lot of like people who technically are like, I don't mean technically, I mean like the crew behind this film that have gone on to do impressive things or notable things.
Well, there's one big one, Brandon. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to step
Go ahead.
on you
No,
there.
please.
Herman Zimmerman, the production designer, went on to production design Star Trek: The Next Generation, all of the Star Trek Next Generation films like Generations and First Contact, and
yeah.
As soon as I saw Herman Zimmerman when I rewatched this to talk to you guys, I was like, wait a minute, hold on.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize he had a whole other career before like doing the syndicated TV stuff, because he did the Ferris Bueller TV show. He did the Adventures in Babysitting TV show. Like that was kind of his shtick until Star Trek came along. So that was weird. Seeing
they're all very short-lived.
Yeah.
But
then he had a huge career with
movies turned into TV shows. Like it's so surprising. Weird Science had a TV show.
Oh, God, yeah. That, I mean,
yeah.
Bill and Ted.
I like that Weird Science one. I think I saw the TV show, even though I've never seen the movie. I remember that TV show.
But yeah, so he was the one that really stood out to me, at least from the production crew. That I was like, oh my God, Herman Zimmerman, no way.
Well, the only one that I really wrote down was Isidore Meniskovsky was the cinematographer, and that's the cinematographer for the original Muppet movie. But the other reason I wanted to bring him up is because he was the cinematographer for Ewoks: The Battle for Endor, which we covered on this show already.
Fine 1985 entry.
A made-for-TV movie, but a classic.
Who did we do that one with? Because they requested it, didn't they?
Yeah, that was my friend BC Bob. Yeah.
Awesome.
Bob Cronbauer out here.
Music by Peter Bernstein. There's your Ghostbusters connection.
That's right.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
If you can't get the guy, get somebody related to the guy.
Yeah, exactly. get the blood. And then the composer I thought was really interesting, because there was some score in this movie that I really liked. There was a few pieces, namely the one that really stuck out to me was the fight at the end between Lane and Ricky. I was like, this song sounds cool. So I was like, okay, I gotta look. It's somebody. It is a person I have never heard of before. They have done they've composed music for a handful of films, none of them bigger than Better Off Dead. His name is Rupert Hine, but he was primarily a record producer, and he worked with Tina Turner on songs like Private Dancer. He worked with Rush. He produced the albums Presto and Roll the Bones. And Roll the Bones, if people don't know, has the famous Neil Peart rap song on that Rush album. He worked with the Thompson Twins, Stevie Nicks. But I read that he had this band called Quantum Jump. And I was like, I'll check. While I'm doing all my notes, I was like, I'll put on some Quantum Jump. I like the vibe of the music in this movie. I love this band. He has 2 albums, Quantum Jump, and I was so into it. So if people like, kind of like electronic music, it's a little bit weird, kind of esoteric, but I really enjoyed it, and that's what I was listening to while I was doing all my notes for the show was Quantum Jump. Rupert
I was going to say
band.
It sounds very Ira Newborn-y, like that sort of Naked Gun, Zucker Brothers kind of score. But with an electronic, it's got that sort of like synth stuff going for it too. But that's Quantum Jump.
Quantum Jump.
Amazing.
2 albums from the 70s. I think it was like 77 or 79. Somewhere around there. Very cool stuff.
Awesome.
And then you had mentioned some animators. Bill Kopp was the animator who did the opening credits, but then also that sort of animation sequence in the cafeteria when Lane is talking to Beth through the animation. And notably, he worked on all 3 of the Roger Rabbit shorts, but also was an animator on the original Tracy Ullman show, which I can
Oh,
only
Simpsons.
assume means
Yeah.
that, yes, he would have been an animator on the original incarnation of The Simpsons on the Tracy Ullman Show.
If memory serves, the opening might have been animated too of the original Tracy Ullman show. So maybe that as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
That show was so stinking good.
The Tracy Ullman or the Simpsons on it?
Go home. Oh, the Tracy Ullman show. Well, both, I guess. But yeah, the Tracy Ullman show as a whole, as a variety show, was really great.
Yeah.
It was a modern take on it. We hadn't really had one in a long time. It was like Carol Burnett years before, you know?
Yeah.
And then this British girl comes over and launches the Fox network on Sunday nights, and she's telling us all to go home when it's over. It was great. She was so funny and really pushed the envelope. Big fan. And like you said, we got The Simpsons from it.
Yeah. Jay, did you happen to watch all of the credits of this film?
Yeah, but not very carefully. I was very happy.
The very last credit is, "It's over now. You can go home." That's what it says at the very end of the movie.
Yeah. You got to love a director who releases his audience at the end.
Yeah. Nobody will beat Ferris Bueller though.
For real, yeah.
The Ferris Bueller one is the best one in my opinion. What are you doing here? Go home.
Yeah.
And then
it's really
that's how they ended the first Deadpool movie.
Yeah.
Is Deadpool in the
robe
matching
and
robe?
everything.
Yep.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I do like that. I do like those. All right. Did anybody here watch Ted Lasso?
Yeah.
Renee is watching it in the other room right now, the new season.
Okay. I just caught up with the old. I just watched the original series finale, the end of season 3, right? And there's a beautiful little Cheers tribute, half a second long, in the season 3 finale. Yeah, the Geronimo picture, which is what Ted Danson does because it was Coach Ernie Pantuso. Anyway, whatever the heck, it's a beautiful nod. And then I thought about Jason Sudeikis. His uncle was George Wendt.
I didn't know
Norm
that.
from Cheers.
Yeah.
So it must be twofold. He probably grew up with Cheers and a little nod.
Well, and then Beth in this.
I think
film
Norm would have still been alive
Woody's
when
Beth.
that aired, but still.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, what?
Yeah.
What were you saying, Troy?
Beth in this film is Woody's girlfriend, Beth, the one that he can't.
Amanda Wyss?
Yeah. Can't she's the one, like his ex-girlfriend from high school that he can't help himself every time he's around.
Oh, hang on. You're right. It's not the one he marries. It's the old. The one from Hanover comes back and they start eating all the food and they get fat together.
Yeah.
Holy shit! You're right.
Yeah.
Nice fucking pull,
Beth
Troy.
and Beth.
Wow.
Everybody
I clocked her from Nightmare on Elm Street because she has the same
That
blonde,
first-
like short hair.
Yeah, that Tina from Nightmare on Elm Street. Also,
Yes.
Back to School. She was in with Rodney Dangerfield.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And then she's going to show up again in Silverado, the Western movie from 1985 that will eventually
Silverado.
cover. Yeah. So
I
we'll
haven't
see
seen
her
that film
again.
in a long time.
Wow.
So one of the other things that I really did like about this movie, was that whole segment at the Pig Burger when he's getting yelled at by his boss, when he is doing the Frankenstein.
Porky?
Yes.
Yeah.
Porky from Pig's Burger?
Yes, exactly. I wrote down the actor's name.
Whose car he's hit multiple times in the film
Chuck
too.
Mitchell. Yes.
Yeah.
Chuck Mitchell is the owner of Pig Burger, but is also the owner
I'm going to activate your dental
Porky's.
plan. That's what he says.
Um,
I'm going to activate your dental plan. Jesus Christ.
So that whole sequence, I was like, this works for me. I like Pig Burger. I like the joke of Pig Burger. I like the connecting this
The
guy that he's
claymation?
hit. Yes, and the claymation.
You're into all of that.
Big part of
Okay.
it. Oh God, I love that stuff.
That was Van Halen meets the California Raisins for me because I was alive for both.
Yeah.
And I go, man, I don't know what they're doing here. This movie doesn't know what it wants to be.
Well, the artist behind that claymation sequence, I thought maybe it was going to be the artist behind the California Raisins, but it was not. It was
Whoa.
someone named Jimmy Picker, and he was the claymation artist for the Electric Company. He worked on 77 episodes of the Electric Company. So all of those like famous
My childhood.
Yes, all those famous animated claymation sequences from the Electric Company were all done by the same guy who did the Van Halen burger from Better Off Dead.
Well, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I would have thought
That's
the
pretty
California
cool.
Raisins guy, whose name is escaping me right now.
Did it even look?
Insane.
Yeah, it even really looked like the same lighting and the same techniques.
Yeah.
I'm forgetting his name too.
And the same time frame, right?
Vinton.
Mid-80s?
Will Vinton, that's it.
Will
yeah.
Vinton.
Yeah.
Will Vinton's Christmas.
Yeah, Will Vinton.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen this documentary,
Dream.
Clay Dream, I cannot recommend it enough. It will give you such an incredible perspective on Leica Animation Studio, who I do love, but they have a very dark past in my mind now. It's completely changed my outlook on Leica Studios, this documentary.
Wow.
It's quite a story.
That was a good sell,
like
bro.
the Bob
Now
Ross
I have to
documentary.
watch that. Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah.
I don't even care about the story, but I want to see who got screwed over.
Yeah.
Exactly. Tell me the dark past.
Yeah. Well, it involves a lovely animator and a global conglomerate shoe company.
What could possibly go wrong?
Which one could it be?
Overlords. Yeah.
What was I? Yeah. So those are things that
things you like.
parts of the movie that they're like they just work for me, right?
Yeah.
But in between, there is so much stuff that I'm like, okay, that's a good joke. I do like that bit, but I just have the whole time I was like, I just don't know why isn't it working the same way as Wet Hot American Summer, right? Like, what is the difference between this movie and those other movies that have the jokes and the gags? But I'm also, is it just the story? Is it just the writing?
Writer director for one?
Yeah,
because these actors will do whatever you tell them to do, right?
Yeah, and I always
that's kind of their gig.
Tone is a big part, like the way you set the tone off the top of the movie. And I mean, they kind of do in a way because he steps in the shower with the socks, and you're kind of like, well, that's weird.
The whole thing with David Ogden Stiers and the Paperboy is like right off the bat, him sleeping, and then he gets the sixth sense that he's got to get up and open the garage, that kind of thing. That's very John Hughes to me. So I can see why you like kind of put it into the John Hughes.
Yeah, you're like trying
reality,
to piece it all together.
Like,
there.
Yeah,
exactly. What you're trying to learn the reality of this movie off the top.
It's a high school movie from the 80s. Like, you just sort of assume it's John Hughes. Like, it just seems like, oh, this is his pocket. It's got to be, or at least have that tone. And man,
and
it's
I think
just
maybe
not.
they were trying to build it, because now I'm thinking in terms of like a bit that I liked was the mother cooking the food, and the first sort of food we see is boiled blue bacon, and you're like, it's
boiled
gross
bacon, yeah,
and it's weird, but it's not the crawling blue goo or the tentacles waving out of the pot. Because if you start there, how do you build that, right? So like I understand that trajectory of that particular bit.
And even the mom's character, she's so in her own other world too. I mean, David Ogden Stiers is David Ogden Stiers. Like he's the dad. He's like everything happening around.
He's Cogsworth from Beauty and the Beast.
Cogsworth, yeah. But
for MASH for me back in the day, MASH.
Yeah.
He's Jumbo from Lilo and Stitch
like,
as well.
She's doing a caricature of a mom. It's very strange.
It's something else. It's like there's some kind of, she's removed somehow. It's almost like a comedy version of American Beauty. Remember the neighbors from American Beauty? Like there's like this whole weird thing there going on with her. She's so removed. Yeah. She thinks she's doing the right thing all the time with the food and everything. She's like, this is what you guys asked for. You love this. And it's like, no, these things are gross. Like she's got mental illness. This is a problem. It's not funny.
We're supposed to kill himself. Is mom okay? Like, about her?
That's what I mean. The parallels from American Beauty kept coming up for me. I was like, this whole family dynamic's fucked up. And the dad is totally not aware. He's got the vendetta with the paperboy, not knowing the problems under his own roof. Kid's trying to kill himself. Mom's got
80s
issues.
Parents, man. What are they?
Yeah.
One of the things that I was telling Renee, my wife.
Everyone's obsessed with sex, by the way, also in this movie and maybe all the 80s, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know.
One of the things I was telling Renee was kind of back to that Disney Channel, Family Channel, how I would come home after school every day and I would watch all these shows. Another one that I really loved was an animated show called The Weekenders. And it was this group of friends, all just, every episode was Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And it was what these kids were doing over the course of the weekend. Okay. And one of the characters, Tino, actually voiced by, I'm blanking on his name, but he plays Max from the Goofy movie.
Jason
Yes, Jason. What is his name? I'm blanking on now.
Hurting. Why can't I think of his name?
I'll look it up real quick so we give him credit. Goofy movie. Jason Marsden.
Marsden.
Yes, so Jason Marsden, the voice of Max from the Goofy movie, is this character Tino, and his mom on the show is a hippie, and she makes weird food that is always having tentacles or crawling off the plate or weird colors.
You gotta play the hits.
Watching this movie, I was like, the Weekenders took that joke from this. There's no doubt in my mind that the writers of the Weekenders, the adult writers of the Weekenders, were probably fans of Better Off Dead, probably watching it on HBO from 87 to 89, and kind of just plucked that little visual joke as a running gag through every single episode of this Disney Channel animated series. And that's part of the reason why I like that bit, because I loved that show growing up.
That makes sense. All right. How did you guys react to
it's the only thing that makes sense.
Something that like none of it really makes sense. That's okay. And there's a K-12. Where does he live again? But
yes, exactly.
Dude, what the fuck?
Everything
ending at Dodger Stadium. What the fuck?
Yeah,
makes no sense.
And then I'm also like, where does the chairlift? Is it a helicopter drop off that you have to get to the top of K-12?
No, he just skis to the top on one ski.
He skis up there, yeah.
But that
you were going to ask something, Troy.
I was going to ask you guys. So, Yuji Okamoto, chosen from Karate Kid 2, who steals Cobra Kai in my eyes too.
Oh,
what?
He's great in season 2 of Cobra Kai. Oh my gosh.
He, like, again, that show was so great about taking characters that you thought you knew and just like completely turning them. But I
that season 2 made me love the second movie more. Like, I didn't love the movie growing up, and then the Cobra Kai made me go back and I go, oh my god, it's all about honor. I love this movie.
Oh god, 100%. And then going back and realizing, that he was really in love with her. It's wonderful.
Yeah.
But having him in Better Off Dead as sort of like that comic foil, pulling up, doing the Howard Cosell, which is not him.
Look what I brought. This is an original Wide World of Sports hat that I brought just for this.
I love it. I thought about wearing
it is
goggles
but he did originally perform all of the dialogue, but he was doing a Howard Cosell impression with an Asian accent, because that's what he would have done. And then the movie, somebody decided to just redub him with a white Howard Cosell.
But he was. Was it Rich Little doing it?
Yeah.
Yes, Rich Little.
Because it was like such a good, specifically Wide World of Sports Howard Cosell. Yeah. Like, it was so good. That makes sense. Rich Little, of course it was.
But Rich
Little. It didn't occur to me that it was dubbed though. I don't think I realized that. I think something was off, but I didn't pick up.
And it's probably a good excuse to dub it, because the audio that you're hearing is coming from the loudspeaker on the car or
on the roof,
microphone, right? So you can get away with dubbing. Whereas the $2 kid, he's also dubbed through this movie, and
that was obvious.
Yeah, it's very obvious.
That was obvious.
Ironically, apparently dubbed by the actor who plays one of the bullies from The Christmas Story. I wrote his name down. Yano Anya. Yeah.
He must be the little one, the young kid.
He's the little one,
kid.
Yes. Yeah, not Scott
I just met the tall kid not long ago.
Eyes.
Scott Fargus, yes!
Scott Fargus. Yeah, the little one with like the newsboy's cap and the leather jacket. Yeah.
Yes. Dude, I just met Scott Fargus at a car thing recently.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He had
I was
yellow
like, I know you. He had yellow eyes.
Okay, well, let's talk about John Cusack, because he is obviously the lead of this film. He is the star that has kind of, continued. He's still working. He's a household name. I mean, part of that is just the movies and the Say Anythings. And for me, being John Malkovich, that's a really big one. High Fidelity.
Pushing Tin, obviously.
Yes, obviously.
Yeah.
Just kidding. Yeah, High Fidelity.
Con Air. I mean, his action turn in Con Air. I mean, you gotta
bringing it to My World, Hot Tub Time Machine. He was really fun in that.
Yeah.
Yes. which apparently now I have to rewatch Hot Tub Time Machine because there's a hidden Better Off Dead reference in the movie. When they're on at one point when they're on the ski hill.
I think there are a few because of the skiing.
Yes.
Oh, go ahead.
Somebody yells on the mountain, "I want my $2," and you can hear.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's an off-screen voice. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Is it when they're skiing or when they're on the roof?
I don't remember. That's why I have to rewatch it. Yeah.
I gotta watch it again too.
I want to shout out this weird
Corddry.
movie. This is a John Cusack, Tim Robbins movie that I adore. Tapeheads.
I've totally forgotten about
Never heard of
This is
it.
a weird movie. Two guys who are fired from their jobs as security guards, lifelong friends, Ivan and Josh, form video aces to break into the world of music videos. And then there's some Devo is in this movie, but yeah, they play weird, eccentric music video directors.
God, what year was that from, Brandon? Was that like?
We'll have to cover this in
80s,
1988. Blockbuster year 1988.
Yes.
Okay.
That's my joke, Jay.
It's a. Sorry, Brandon. It's available on Tubi. You can watch it for free on Tubi.
Tapeheads on Tubi. But yeah, I mean, what about you guys? What is there a particular John Cusack movie? Maybe it's Better Off Dead. That is like that's what you know him from. That's what you love him from.
I mean, 16 Candles, obviously. You know his. We got to get this on film character, but. I was like High Fidelity. Again, that's one of those films that came to me like at a certain point in my life in college, and I was watching High Fidelity. I'm like, this movie gets it. And now I watch it, I'm like, that movie was childish, but whatever. I still like it.
Oh, I still like it.
It's
like
that's the
I
one
never
always come
knew
back
that
to.
John Cusack wrote High Fidelity. That's just something that I never clocked that. I've seen the movie. I know that Jack Black's in it. I know that it's about a record store, but I haven't revisited in many years.
It's not really about a record store. He just owns one. It's really about a guy who is
in a record store. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's kind of like reevaluating his life. So he goes down and goes and meets all his old exes and trying to make sense of it.
Yeah. I doing the research. I learned that he wrote Grosse Point Blank and High Fidelity.
That's a big one.
So I was going to say Grosse Point Blank is probably the biggest for me. I think earliest. That I connected with.
I've never seen it, but I know that our boy Dan.
Dude, you're gonna love that one when you watch it.
But
that is such a better version of this movie, and it's like weird and quirky, but it has a fucking point and stays on it. And it goes places that just are crazy.
He's an assassin.
He's a contract killer.
Okay.
But he's going to his high school reunion to go see Minnie Driver.
Oh. Yeah,
he's like, "What are you up to?" Contract killer. He's like, good for you. It's a growth industry.
I
highly recommend.
Yeah, I loved John Cusack most recently, probably in Love and Mercy, the Beach Boys movie.
Yeah.
Oh,
I love that movie so much.
That's one of his best performances, I think.
Yeah,
a serious performance.
And just that movie, I think, is so cool. The way they tell the parallel stories of the young Brian Wilson and the old Brian Wilson, and the writing of Pet Sounds, and the switching between the film formats for the different eras. Oh my God, I love that movie so much. And the score, I remember seeing it in theaters and just being blown away. The score is done by Atticus Ross, who is the composer, usually with Trent Reznor, and also a member of Nine Inch Nails. So Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross do a lot of scores together. But Love and Mercy is a Atticus Ross solo score, and the way in the theater, the sound was moving around the theater through all the speakers, like the sonic.
Yes,
I don't know what you want to call it. Yeah, it was just it blew me away, and I have never really had that experience. I'm getting goosebumps talking about it. I haven't had that experience watching it at home. I still love the movie, but I was just so blown away seeing it in the theater. And it was like me and like two other people watching Love and Mercy when it came out.
Man, that's
it is a genuinely good movie telling a very thoughtful story,
Yeah.
That I think a lot of people don't know the angles of. I didn't. I was educated a lot through it. Also,
Yeah.
Paul Dano, child, he grew up on the same street I did.
Oh, yeah.
He still lives there. Or his family
Cool.
family
Love
does
Paul Dano.
in Connecticut.
Yes, we love Paul Dano on the show. I want
Yeah.
to put that in. I think we think he's a great actor.
I worked on Little Miss Sunshine, and he was.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Yeah.
whoa.
That's very cool.
Such a good dude. Yeah.
Yeah, it just had an anniversary, right? Like
Yeah.
20th?
Oh, 20th. Yeah.
20th anniversary.
20 or 25.
Yeah, I got to revisit it because that was another movie that I just loved it so much. I couldn't believe the performance that they were getting out of Abigail Breslin, and Alan Arkin is just like so.
And he's gone now.
Alan
Yeah.
Arkin,
Yes.
yeah. Oh God, Alan Arkin is just amazing. Like The In-Laws is
Steve
one of my
Carell.
favorite films. Yeah, but
Dude, The In-Laws is Peter Falk, like the original In-Laws, so good.
Yeah.
So
Peter
good.
Falk, Alan Arkin.
I even like
so
the remake
good.
of that one, honestly.
Yeah.
There's a remake.
The remake has got yeah, I think you might like it because it's Albert Brooks. It's Albert Brooks and Michael Douglas.
Michael Douglas. Yeah.
How have I missed that?
It's not like amazing, but Nicole and I would watch it over and over again. We thought it was very enjoyable.
That's
Fat Cobra! Fat Cobra! Love that guy.
I
Fat
have
Cobra!
never,
Robin
I've never
Tunney's
seen
in
this
it.
poster. I've never.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
this
Ryan
existed.
Reynolds. Ryan Reynolds is the son-in-law.
He
Yeah.
is. Look at that.
Yeah, it's worth it,
Wow.
Brandon. It's not like amazing, but it's an enjoyable watch.
Wow. I'm definitely.
But
gonna
Alan
check it out.
Arkin, yes, of course, the original with Peter Falk is
Watch
so good.
Grosse Point Blank first, though. But yeah.
Yeah, that's been on my list for
That's
a while.
probably fair. That's fair. Yeah, that's fair.
Again, I just don't own a copy of it. It's one of those things that I've just never come across it, because if I came across it, I would go, "This is a Dan Aykroyd movie. I have to buy this and own this." Right? That's just
Yes.
As
It's a tricky one to get, like,
Ghostbusters fan.
Yeah, Blu-ray.
Dude,
and
you're gonna
4K,
like it. You're gonna like it.
Yeah.
You're gonna like the world they let. You're just gonna like how it's shot. You're gonna like it. It's good.
And the music, the
Grosse Point
soundtrack
Blank is so fun.
amazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck, the soundtrack's great. And I think
Yeah,
that movie
I'm
made me a
excited
Minnie
now.
Driver fan. I don't think I was a Minnie Driver fan until that movie, and then I think I liked her after that.
Yeah.
Like
she's
Good Will
great.
Hunting
Yeah.
and stuff.
I know they wear sunglasses in it a lot. I know that.
Well, because that's him. Everything's in black.
Yeah.
Martin Blank dresses in black. It's always a black town car,
10 years.
black suit,
10
black
years.
tie, black on black. 10 years. Oh, that's another. Yeah. What's
Jeremy
his name?
Piven.
His old best
Oh,
friend.
yeah.
Yeah, Jeremy.
Yeah.
Piven.
Yeah. Who I believe is in One Crazy Summer, because John Cusack talks about meeting Jeremy Piven.
Because
on
everybody's
One
in One
Crazy
Crazy
Summer.
Like Demi Moore is in
That
One
would
Crazy
make sense.
Summer. Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
everybody was in that one, but yeah.
Yeah, we've talked a little bit about Amanda Weiss, Beth, who you would mention from Cheers, Nightmare on Elm Street.
Sean Clark would correct you to Wiss. Sean Clark, because he
Wiss?
reps her. Yeah.
Amanda Weiss.
Oh, Wiss.
Curtis Armstrong has been brought up already. He's Charles,
Yeah.
Lane's best friend. I personally know him the best as Booster from Jingle All the Way.
Okay.
Nobody likes
Oh,
Booster.
that guy. Yeah.
Yes.
From Moonlighting.
Yeah.
He was on
Who do you
Moonlighting
think you
too.
are?
Yes, and he was on
Yeah,
Moonlighting. Yeah,
Moonlighting.
I wrote down 37 episodes of Moonlighting.
Yeah.
Risky,
He's like the last
Risky
two
Business
seasons.
is his first movie. But
Oh
then he
shit!
also
I forgot about that.
He's
Yeah.
Booger in Revenge of the Nerds, and then goes on to play Snot on American Dad for 134 episodes. And
Is
I
that the
never
dog or something?
No, that's one of the what is the son's name? I can't remember, but one of his friends.
Okay.
The voice actor is Scott Grimes, but I can't remember the kid's name on American Dad. But yeah, one of his friends
Right.
is Snot. And now that I know that it's Curtis Armstrong, I'm like, oh my God, I hear it. Like he's kind of just doing his voice. And now the joke that one of the characters' name is Snot, voiced by the guy who played Booger. From a Revenge of the Nerds.
But even like Curtis Armstrong's character in this too is like sometimes he's trying to like play characters like he's doing his best Burgess Meredith at one point, and he's doing
In the
bits
beginning, yeah, trying to talk him up.
You're gonna go rock, you know. But then he turns into like he has a couple of like drug jokes too.
Yeah.
Where he's
A
like,
couple. There's a lot of cocaine jokes.
Oh, yeah,
The Jello to the mountain, the snow on the mountain.
Snorting mountains, yeah.
where it's I mean he's the one where it's like they're just trying, like he's trying his damnedest. I don't know how much of that was on the page and how much was him just trying to like, I'm gonna make this funny, you know. he's the one sort of thing that like you can point to and be like, I don't know what was going on in this movie too, but sure.
Yeah.
Curtis.
Yeah, and that's a good example because it's just like even in a successful, not the that character probably I wouldn't necessarily like that character in even the funniest of this version of a movie. And it's just because like that's not my sense of humor, right?
Yeah.
The snorting the snow on the mountain. Like I'm like those are moments where I'm just like sitting there watching comedy happen in front of me. I'm not laughing.
You're not engaging with it.
No,
Yeah.
I'm not engaging. I'm not acknowledging.
It's not engaging. Yeah.
Yeah.
I found that throughout the movie. It's like very clear that they're doing what they're calling comedy, but it's not getting me at all.
Yeah. But he does a good job with what he's given, and he wears a cool hat. We'll give that to him.
He's got a cool wardrobe. Yeah.
He's like Charles Dickens, Ebenezer Scrooge. That's what he looks like.
Yeah, he needed the wide world of sports hat.
David Ogden Steers has been brought up. MASH, Jay, you'd mentioned. He is the voice of
I love MASH.
Yeah.
MASH is a classic. Did you ever see the Majestic with Jim Carrey? And if not, yes. I highly recommend. He's in that too. He's the doctor, the town doctor.
What's that? A Frank Darabont movie, I believe. Is that?
It is. Good for you. Yes, it's to me one of the most beautiful fucking movies I've ever seen, and nobody's ever seen it, so I can't really share it with people.
You know what I remember from the? I actually because Bruce Campbell is in the Majestic as well because Bruce Campbell.
Yeah.
He is the actor in the.
Movie. He is in the movie. You're 100% right. Yes.
Is it like an Errol Flynn? Is that who it's supposed to be?
Yeah,
like old classic sword fighting adventure
/ Indiana Jones. Yes, they're raiding a tomb or the Tomb of the Pharaohs or something like that.
Something like that. Yeah, and Bruce Campbell plays the actor, the character in those scenes that you see throughout the movie. I have to revisit
It's a love story amnesia film, but it's taking place during the blacklist of Hollywood. So he was a writer who got accused of being, communist or whatever. So then blah, 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 misunderstanding, amnesia. It's not dissimilar to Doc Hollywood.
Yeah. Oh, Doc Hollywood. Driving Miss Daisy.
Crash in my head. I go Porsche crashing through the fence. Porsche crashing through the fence. They made Cars. Cars is the same movie. What is it? Doc Hollywood. No whammy. Stop. 500 in a spin.
That's so funny. And Majestic is one of the early, more serious Jim Carrey roles.
Yeah, I don't. It's probably the 90s, isn't it? It might. It's probably still the 90s, and it's definitely serious, but it's beautiful. It's funny enough. There's light stuff in it. But there's a lot of great people in that movie.
I just don't remember.
But he's passed away now too.
2001 is the Majestic. So after Truman Show.
Yeah, what's his name? He was on so many. Martin Landau. Martin Landau is the other lead.
Oh yes, Martin Landau. One of my favorite performances in Ed Wood.
Ed Wood.
Yeah. Let's hold the things. Yeah. Love Martin Landau. I remember, here it is. I'm officially acknowledging a tangent. I remember the first time I watched Ed Wood. I don't think I knew who Martin Landau was specifically. Definitely not by name, like not seeing his credit. And I was like, how the hell is Bela Lugosi in this movie? I remember being
really looked like him.
Yeah.
I'm so confused. I was like, is he alive? Is he alive still? Did they? I just don't know what's going on. And then
totally.
You learn, but unbelievable performance as Bela Lugosi in Ed Wood.
Yeah.
Now you make me want to that makes me want to watch that movie again because every bit of it is so good. Sarah Jessica Parker's so good.
Yes.
Fucking Johnny Depp's so good. Everybody's so good.
Yeah.
I need a 4K Ed Wood right now. I only have it on DVD. I gotta get
That's got to be one. If they don't have it out, that's got to be one they're working on.
Yeah,
with all the Tim Burton re-releases lately. It's got
and the black and white. I just feel like it would.
It's going to be so crisp, Brandon.
Crisp and clear. Yes. Should
I
we
want
go
them
with
to
the
do
gray or the dark gray.
I love that joke.
It's the
Love that joke.
It's the best joke.
Should we go with the gray or the dark gray? Oh, God. So good.
So David Ogden Stirs, MASH, Cogsworth and Beauty and the Beast, Jumba from Lilo and Stitch. He's has a credit in THX 1138, which is George Lucas's first feature film.
We were talking about this morning.
He's a narrator.
Oh, okay.
So
he's
as
one of the people in the tunnel
actor,
at the end.
Oh,
yes. I just thought it was interesting to bring up. It's cool to see people connected to that early George Lucas world.
Yeah.
He made that movie twice, right? Because he made it in school and then he remade it professionally.
Yes. Yeah.
With Robert Duvall.
Yes, and Donald Pleasance. Donald Pleasance is in THX 1138.
So creepy man.
I wrote down that David was in a whole bunch of Perry Masons. And the only reason I bring that up is because we recently just talked about Raymond Burr a few weeks ago for our Godzilla 1985 episode. We were talking about Raymond Burr and Perry Mason. So
that piece of shit shows some credibility. They put Raymond Burr in the middle of it. Like, holy crap, where'd you get him from? Somebody wrote a check.
That's why the movie worked, okay? We know that Steve Martin, Raymond Burr's character, saved the world in Godzilla 1985.
We know it. That's right. Thank God.
And then,
never forget.
Lane's mom, who we've talked about, played by Kim Darby. She was the original Maddie Ross in True Grit, the 1969 John Wayne version of True Grit. And we briefly talked about True Grit last week when we were talking about the Coen Brothers and Blood Simple. But John Cusack's mom was the original little Maddie Ross in the 69 True Grit. She's also in the Halloween series, Curse of Michael Myers, which is famously the Paul Rudd one.
The Paul Rudd one.
If people haven't gotten that far in the franchise, number 6, I believe.
I never knew that.
Is Curse of Michael Myers. Yeah. Introducing Paul Rudd. That is his first screen credit.
Except that's his credit on everything now. He's always introducing Paul Rudd, on the Ninja Turtles.
Yes, that's what I was going to bring up. Yeah. It's a joke that I think is so funny for the animated new Ninja Turtles movie from a couple of years ago. Paul Rudd voices the character Mondo Gecko, and in the credits they put "and introducing Paul Rudd." So funny.
I watched Mac and Me the other day. I was totally disappointed. He wasn't even in it.
Yeah.
Oh, but you know
all the
who
times
was?
he's promoted it.
That's a Conan joke for anybody who used to watch Conan.
One of the biggest disappointments, and I love my physical media, but when Vinegar Syndrome put out the 4K of Mac and Me, I was hoping that they were going to get Paul Rudd to do like a commentary,
an intro or something.
Intro even, but
Conan, either one.
Could you
Conan loves talking about that.
A Paul Rudd commentary on Mac and Me? He's probably never even seen the whole thing since it came out.
I bet he has. I think he's obsessed with it, and that's why he chose that clip so long ago.
Yeah. You gotta love it.
I have a friend who took
Conan talking about that though is amazing because he's like, he nobody believes that he really gets taken each time. They keep thinking he's in on the joke, but Conan's like, no. Literally every time there's enough subterfuge between his staff and Paul Rudd where he thought he wasn't going to do it, and he would do it.
Even on the audio-only podcast that he did with him,
yes,
he threw
Conan
it in
O'Brien
there.
needs a friend. Yes.
Oh, seriously?
Yes.
Oh my God, that's amazing. That's so funny.
And the setup, people should listen to the episode. It's amazing. But the setup on the Paul Rudd, Conan O'Brien Needs a Friend episode is all about a new audiobook that Paul Rudd is putting out, and that's why he's on the show, is to advertise this new audiobook he's doing a reading for, and it's all this elaborate setup to play an audio clip.
That's amazing.
Here's the wheelchair.
Yes, yeah.
Oh my God.
And that's why Paul Rudd's
Nicole and I thought that was funny way back in the day. Then when she was in a wheelchair, it just became even funnier.
Yes, yeah. Yeah, even watching Wet Hot American Summer today, like the scene where Paul Rudd like flicks the plate off the table and then Janine Garofalo makes him pick it all up, and he's like having like a little like temper tantrum as like a little kid having to I'm like, this guy's a star. This is exactly why we love Paul Rudd. He's so funny.
Yeah. I've never actually seen it.
Wet Hot American Summer?
Oh.
Well, it's the 25th anniversary.
I know, and I was just fucking had breakfast with Jon Stern the other day. Abominable who they put it out. I know, it just escaped me. I need to see it.
Yeah,
it's and the Netflix movie. And when we were in you and I were in Astoria with Adam the Woo, and we were picking that physical media. We picked that out, and he's like, "Have you ever seen this movie? This movie's the best."
It's so good, and it's two Netflix series. It's Wet Hot American Summer is the original movie from 2001, and then they did the first series is First Day of Camp, because the movie is the last day of camp in 1981. So then in 2015,
they're all 25 years later, but it's
but they're playing them at the beginning of the summer. Yeah. And then in 2017, they did another series that was 10 years later. So they've come back to camp, and now it's all 10 years later. Yeah, and it's absolute. It's classic David Wayne. Those players, Stella and the State, all those people and those gags. Diane Franklin.
I was just talking to Stern yesterday. That's amazing.
Yeah,
I wonder if he would do a podcast. If he would do a podcast, you should have him. That would be amazing.
I'll tell him how good Wet Hot American Summer is. Diane Franklin plays Monique, and the only real other credit that is notable in my mind is she is one of the princesses from Bill and Ted's Excellent
Princess
Adventure.
Joanna. Yeah. Give our love to the princesses. Who? One of the things, again, I wore my Dodgers cap for this reason, but I read that she really thought that she could go throw the first pitch at the Dodgers game because of this movie. And the Dodgers,
and they're like, no, we're just going to park the car there.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, you can throw a ball if you want to, but there's no audience, there's no stands, there's no teams.
And I read
just one bicycle kid.
She wanted to go to Dodger Stadium and sign autographs. And then they let her sing the national anthem. And she thought that they were going to say, "Welcome, Diane Franklin from Better Off Dead." But they didn't even say what she was from. They just said, "Welcome, Diane Franklin." And so she just had to sing the national anthem, and nobody knew who she was.
Yeah. But, I mean, to me, that's one of the reasons that I do love this movie is her faking not speaking English to not have to deal with her the family that's taking her in, whatever, and that goofy
rapey family. It's weird.
We'll get into that in a second.
We'll get to Ricky. The moment I saw him, I go, this is trouble. This is not good. And then it made me, when I looked up the director, and I go, wow, he went straight to the Disney Channel after these two movies. He went straight to the Disney Channel. And Ricky went straight to Nickelodeon.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Well,
straight to Head of the Class, then Nickelodeon eventually.
Then I think I saw a documentary about him.
Yeah, a little documentary. Yeah. We'll talk about it. Sorry, were you saying something? You were saying.
Well, I was just gonna say that. She's one of my favorite parts of it because she goes and she fixes up the car for him, and is just she's the girlfriend you want in high school. She just comes out of nowhere and then probably goes back to France. But yeah.
Well, and by the end of this movie, it feels like it takes a long time to get to that point, and once she speaks English, it's all of a sudden like, okay, now we're ski training, now the car's fixed, now we're winning the race, right?
Yeah,
now we're falling in love. Yes, exactly. Yeah, it's basically like half an act in the third act. It's like 1, 2, and then 2.5, whizzing by. And that's another thing with the tone, is it's like this movie wants to have the date scene where they kind of are having this romantic moment, and there's not even really any jokes in there. I mean, maybe him putting out the TV dinners is kind of it is a joke, but
what did he say? I got these for Christmas or something. Like there was a weird joke he said about it. Yeah,
that's exactly what he said. But up until this point, there has been so many visual gags, so many jokes and weird character things, and another sequence I did really like was the math class. I thought that was a really funny bit where everybody's excited for math and everyone has their bigger, weirder thing that they're bringing to class.
The pull out. Yeah.
Yes. But then we get to this date scene, and there's no jokes here. He just plays the saxophone. And so it's like this movie wants to have its cake and eat it too. It wants to be a jokey, gaggy movie, but it wants to also be a John Hughes 16 Candles Breakfast Club and have these.
Here's your endearing.
Yes. Yeah.
This movie needs to pick a lane. It doesn't know what it wants to be.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
It's trying to be everything. It's throwing every single thing into the soup, and it's like, what kind of soup are you making? Like, is it chicken noodle? Is it tomato? Is it cream of mushroom? You can't have all these things in one pot.
It's got raisins, Jay.
Yeah, you like raisins,
dude. The raisins. I literally, when the raisin slime says something about the blah 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 blah, I go, the slime crawling away. I'm out.
I love it. I love
that. Was right after Porky plays Pig Burger's business guy. Hilarious.
Another thing I really liked throughout the movie was all the little brother jokes. All his ray gun that actually shoots,
He was like Stewie from
clippings.
Family Guy.
Yeah, exactly. Not a single line of dialogue. The mailman, played by Taylor Negron, who is an actor.
Taylor Negron.
Yeah, just a face I know so well.
Well, he was awesome. I knew him. He's passed away.
Yes.
He would not have been interested in her in real life. But he was like one of those kind of Hollywood royalty people around town. Like, if you move to LA, it's not going to be long that you live here before you meet Taylor Negron, and he's going to invite you to his house, and he's going to be charming as fuck, and he's going to be awesome, and it's not creepy at all, and he's just one of those guys, and he was really, really decent and awesome. Big fan. Huge heart.
He popped up in so much stuff. There was he was in a Mary-Kate and Ashley show that I used to watch, So Little Time. That's where I know his face from.
He worked a lot in the 80s and 90s.
Yeah. But
he's in Better Off Dead or Fast Times as well, isn't he? I feel like he's a Fast Times kind of guy.
I don't ever revisit that movie. It's never really done anything for me.
I feel like I think he was. All I'm picturing him in is.
So I see him in the hot dog outfit for some reason, the striped outfit, and I don't know if that's true or not.
Well, we'll find out. We'll get to the bottom of this. But I liked the bit where he's the mailman, and he's like opening up everybody's mail as he's delivering it.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
Man, just seeing his face, he was such a nice guy.
Yeah.
Pizza delivery guy in Fast Times.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was in Easy Money. That's the other thing I was picturing him in.
Oh yeah, that's the is that the Dangerfield movie?
Yeah, the Dangerfield movie that was That's funny.
One of them.
One of those.
Yeah. What's a little boy like you doing with big boy smut like this? But I loved all the bits, he's on all those ladies in his room, and then all leading up to the very last joke of the movie is he launches that space shuttle out of the garage.
That's your weird science moment too, where it's
100%, yes. Spoiler alert, Jay, we're talking about weird science.
I know, I can't wait. Oh wait, no we didn't. No we did. No we haven't. No we need to.
No we haven't.
Right. That's right. We're still going to.
Yeah.
I was thinking we did it because so many people have requested it, but we're holding it. I forgot.
Yeah. And then the neighbor mother, played by Laura Waterbury, Mrs. Smith, she's in Mac and Me. She is.
Come on.
She's the one who drives them to the McDonald's.
Oh, that's
so it's funny. I was going to say the McDonald's scene, the birthday party scene. What the fuck?
Yes. Yeah.
So she's the other kid's mom then?
Yes. She's the other kid's mom.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
Yeah. And then she has a small part in Inner Space and Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. But yeah, I had
She'd
to
be
bring
dead
up
in this movie from that fucking explosion. By the way, that was like the end of Ghostbusters. Like they'd be dead.
Sorry, your mom's face blew up, Ricky.
Yeah, sorry, she'll be fine.
It was good lines.
She's okay. Yeah.
Yeah, well, and then speaking of Ricky, Dan Schneider plays Ricky in this movie. Dan Schneider, famously the producer and creator of a lot of Nickelodeon shows, and there is an entire documentary called Quiet on the Set from last year or the year before, I think 2024.
A couple years ago, yeah.
Yeah, all about the verbal abuse and potential sexual abuse that was around a lot of those shows and the actors on those shows. I personally haven't seen the documentary, so I can't really speak on it. But that is all. Like, he was fired from Nickelodeon in 2018 after creating shows like producer of Good Burger. He created the Amanda Show, all that,
Amanda
Drake
Bynes,
and Josh, Zoe 101, iCarly, all these classic kid shows. But retrospect, a big complaint was, and I remember this is a clip that I saw from the documentary, was the weird like sexualization in those old Nickelodeon shows. That was a big proponent of like, this is weird. Why are we doing that? And Dan Schneider has defended all of this, and I should say that
I would say watch the documentary.
Yeah, there's no
and make your own opinion.
There's no actual proof of Dan Schneider committing any sort of like sexual abuse, but he was verbally abusive and apparently hard to work with.
You should watch it before you probably say more. There's a lot covered, and make your own opinions after seeing it.
There's another party involved too that he was aware of. Once you watch the documentary, then
which we talked about it before we did our episode on Return of the Living Dead, but it actually didn't even really come up in our episode. And one of the actors from Return of the Living Dead, Bob Peck, that is the individual we're talking about who has actually been charged for sexual misconduct and is a sexual offender, and that's the messiness, all the connection between him and Dan Schneider and these kid shows, and it is a total mess. But it is so weird to watch him in this movie play a weird little sex pest, and you're just like, oh, it irks you, it rubs you the wrong way.
The hindsight, you can't unsee it. You could. I was like, oh shit, Dennis from Head of the Class, this isn't going to go well. And then what they were doing with the subject matter, I was like, this is fucking crazy. It's fucking crazy.
But even without that context, or even without knowing what you know about him, like his
creepy.
First introduction is still creepy. It's like
still creepy as can be. Yeah, and the fact that the parents are condoning it and like, oh, it's the love language, the universal love language. Like, Jesus Christ, Mom.
Well, and again, I was talking about like the weird, coke and drug jokes. Those are more jokes that I'm like, these jokes aren't for me, right? Like, this is stuff that I'm not.
But they're not for kids either. They're like adult jokes that aren't really appropriate for the cocaine stuff for the high school. Like, that's not. I don't know. Maybe I was sheltered. I don't know. Maybe my high school wasn't doing cocaine. Maybe they were. Maybe I didn't
in high school. Yeah.
Just watching it on TV.
It wasn't just that he did it. He was all the stuff. He like rubbing it in his teeth afterwards. It was like he was doing full adult.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whatever. Yeah. He also had a beard, and he's supposed to be in high school. So I don't know. Whatever.
I think we are 150 years into film. And I think we've sort of let adults play high schoolers. That's just a thing that we've always accepted and allowed. And it's not really going to change. I don't think there's always going to be 24 and 30-year-old people. I mean, Spider-Man is played by Tom Holland, who's in his 30s. Yeah. And for the last few movies, he's been in high school.
He's supposed to be a teenager, right?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Granted, I will say in this new Spider-Man movie, they're college age now. So, he's a little bit closer to his actual age, but still.
When you see Roy, is that the bully, Johnny Lawrence guy's name?
Yes.
But it's when you see him,
Johnny Lawrence.
Like, that's a full adult. Who is that guy?
Man.
He's the captain of the team. No, he should be the coach of the team. What the hell is that guy?
There it is.
Well, and what's funny is he's the captain of the team, and he reads as coach because he's doing all of the the list and the the tryouts. But then you cut to them and they're like sitting in the cafeteria in high school. We all see it. We can see that these people are old. It's not going to change. There is one other person that I really want to shout out. Did either of you notice a particular, I'll give you a clue, an actress who shows up randomly in this movie, who has quite an extensive career, and is in a pretty famous movie from the same year.
No.
She doesn't have any lines of dialogue.
Oh yeah, I got it. No, she sings. It's E.G. Daily.
It is.
Yeah, I saw. I couldn't believe it.
It is Elizabeth Daily in this film. She is credited as.
Of course,
Elizabeth
she was still
Daily.
Elizabeth Daily. Yes, but it was Dottie from Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
You are exactly right. So E.G. Daily is singing the songs at the high school. She plays Dottie in Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
Really?
She's also the voice of Tommy Pickles on Rugrats. Buttercup.
Oh,
for
that's
the
right. She had a
Girls.
band. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So at this point in her career, 1985, she is signed to A&M Records.
Yep.
And she is putting out music. One thing that I have never, ever made the connection to until doing the research for this episode. Elizabeth Daily, a.k.a. E.G. Daily, has a song on the Breakfast Club soundtrack. It is track number 2. It's called Waiting. And I have never made the connection that Elizabeth Daily is E.G. Daily from Rugrats and Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
Well, do you have in your note? What was the name of her band? I can't place it right now. Do you have it in your notes? I can look it up too.
I didn't actually write down the name of her band.
Let's see.
E.G. Daily band.
But I'm guessing that was the band in the movie, right? So that was one of my weird complaints of like awkwardness.
But that's why I don't think I wrote.
Oh, was it just?
I think it was just her as an artist.
Her as an artist, E.G. Daily. Yeah.
Sorry, what were you saying, Jay?
Nothing. It was a weird complaint of like just even how they shot that scene where they shot from behind down low when she bends over to take a bow in a short skirt. It was like, who's making this movie? Dennis from Head of the Class? Because like it's feeling pretty fucking creeper peeper. It's creeper peeper.
Yeah, I know. There's going to be a Quiet on the Set documentary for Better Off Dead. Better Off Dead, I mean.
And then I think to myself, well, geez, I'm the one who noticed it. Maybe I'm the fucking weirdo. But it stood out to me as like, why did you put of all the places to put the camera in this entire place, you put it right behind her, low.
Not only was it putting the camera there, but it was choosing that shot for when she bends over to bow.
That's what I mean. Yes.
Because there is
they
coverage
cut
from the
to
front.
it.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah, and you're like, oh, was that for that reason?
It was a different time. Yeah.
We also recently were talking about how she is the voice of Babe from the sequel, Babe, Pig in the City, an absolute gonzo, batshit, bonkers movie that I think everybody should watch. But yeah, I just think it's so crazy to me that she can have this whole career, and I only know her as E.G. Daily from Pee-wee's Big Adventure and Tommy Pickles from Rugrats, but then also in 1985, she's trying to be this artist as well, and be a musician and a rock star. And I guess
she had the look and the voice, honestly.
Yeah, and it's not bad. Like I listened.
She could have done it. Yeah.
I listened to the Breakfast Club song today, and I was like, "This is a good song. I like this song."
Yeah.
It's just so
funny,
fascinating to me. Although, again, bringing it back to the Disney Channel and the Family Channel, that's what all those Disney Channel stars did. They got their Disney Channel show, and then they also got their recording contract, and they put out their singles and albums all as themselves.
That's where the money is.
Put into the Disney machine, exactly.
Yes. Is there anybody else from the cast that is worth sort of shouting out?
I think that covered it. Yeah, I think that covered the gamut of. Man, now I want to go back and rewatch that concert scene though, because I can't believe I didn't place her.
Yeah, I think she has
funny.
two
All the times
songs
I've
on
seen
the
it.
soundtrack.
Wow.
And that song was written for the movie because I can't remember what the bracket part of the title of that song is Better Off Dead.
Oh. It's so like this is one of those soundtrack albums that I had that has like none of the songs from the film in it. It was one of like they didn't want to pay for the rights for the soundtrack album.
Well,
Van Halen
the original score.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, they had Paul Simon in there. They had a bunch of famous breakup songs when after he breaks up with Beth and he throws his radio out of the car.
Well, and they paid for Van Halen too, right? They paid for Van Halen for the hamburger scene.
Yeah.
but not for this.
And it sounded really like what's his name singing? Skinny Bop, whatever his name is. Bibbidi Bibbidi Bop. David Lee Roth. David Lee Roth. The other one. Yeah.
So
TV.
We have to thank the Fonz himself for this movie, Henry Winkler, because Henry Winkler saw Savage Steve Holland's short film at a film festival and saw promise in him, and then suggested to cast John Cusack because Henry Winkler produces Rob Reiner's film from 1985, The Sure Thing, starring John Cusack. So it's all thanks to the Fonz.
Wow. That's interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, in all fairness, for me, Cusack, I was captivated by Cusack. I didn't think anything about this movie was good per se, but I was captivated by him. And I was like, oh shit, well this is why people loved him back then. Like I didn't really find him until a couple years later, like we were talking about. And I got it.
Yeah.
It's weird because when I see him now, I always think like, man, he's got that boyish thing still, even though he's 50 something, whatever. And then watching this, seeing him at, well, I guess 20 or whatever, I was taken with, wow, he's so adult. Like, he's exactly the same. Like, I think John Cusack as a human has zero arc in his life. He's, like, exactly the same. He's just aged.
Yeah.
I was taken with that. And he was, for me, the strongest part of it.
And what about his sister? You think the same thing about his sister, Joan Cusack?
I didn't see her in this. Was she in this?
No, I'm just saying in general. Like, if you're talking about the
Oh,
art.
I love her. Yeah. She can do no wrong in my mind. I don't care. I love her how she is.
Gross Point
And then
Blank.
I worked with the
Again,
other
you gotta watch
sister.
Gross Point Blank.
She's so good. All right, she's so good in that.
She's so good.
And then I worked with the other sister, whose name is escaping me, also Cusack, David E. Kelly. Back to David E. Kelly. She was in A League of Their Own. Do you know who I'm talking about?
I didn't even.
The other sister.
Yeah,
she's
also
the one who can't read.
Third Cusack.
Yeah.
Yeah, A League of Their Own, and she can't read. She's the girl who can't read.
Ann Cusack.
Ann Cusack, yeah. Didn't we say? Oh, Joan and Ann. Yeah, Ann Cusack.
Yes.
She's in tons and tons of stuff, and she couldn't be more lovely. I like her a lot.
I've actually never clocked that there was a third Cusack. I'm gonna look at it. I love
when you see a picture of her, you recognize her, right? Though,
I recognize
she's in
her,
like a lot of the same movies. Yeah.
Yeah. I also love Joan Cusack. Her performance in School of Rock is pivotal for. I was pretty obsessed with that movie when it came out, and I think she's so funny in that movie as the principal.
Yeah.
For me, it's probably the Steve Martin, Rick Moranis mob one.
My Blue Heaven.
My Blue Heaven. Yeah, I liked her in that a lot.
My Blue Heaven. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Grosse Pointe Blank, obviously.
Yeah.
You can watch Goodfellas and My Blue Heaven back to back. Did you know that? It's the same character.
Is that true?
Yes. It's they're inspired by the same person.
Interesting.
Yeah,
That's
the Ray
amazing.
Liotta character and Steve Martin's character, they're based off of the same.
So you'd have to watch Goodfellas first.
I believe so. Yes. Yeah.
Well, yeah, because then he goes.
My
and
Blue Heaven.
gets...
He goes into witness protection. Yeah.
Right. It's the beginning.
Yeah, but they are
Henry Hill is the guy, the real guy, right? Henry Hill. He was on Howard Stern all the time. Yeah.
But yeah, they're either inspired. Was there like a book or something? I can't remember what the inspiration for Goodfellas was, but Ray Liotta's character is the same character in My Blue Heaven.
That's fine.
I don't know if it's a book or not, but it's based on real stuff in that area where I grew up, that tri-state area, like The Sopranos and everything. It's all pretty real.
Yeah.
Johnny Sack in Sopranos was John Gotti, but like they looked the same. He had the same skunk haircut and everything. You know, it was all the same.
Yeah. I just got Goodfellas on 4K. I was gonna rewatch it.
Nice, so good.
We talked about Savage Steve and his inspiration to start writing the script. He storyboarded the entire film before selling the movie. One of the reasons why people had confidence in him, because he had the whole movie boarded out. They shot in November and December of 1984. And I used the AFI catalog to for some of my research, and I in the trades somewhere it was printed that Better Off Dead comes in under schedule and under budget. So kudos to Savage Steve Holland.
All right.
Which is probably part of the reason why he was able to get another movie made so quickly.
I mean, it could financiers loved him even if they didn't get the return on it, or maybe he did on this one. I don't know, but man, Jay, it is so funny watching the movie over your shoulder. Like all these things of Beth. It looks like you've got like a serial killer documentary on because of all the black and white photos of Beth. Just all the photos going by, and then it was just a scene in the closet just now, and I'm like, what is Jay? Oh, that's better. The movie we're talking about is not behind him.
And I mean, and that's the thing. Like I keep saying it, but like I like all of that stuff. I like the visual gags of him going into this big closet and Beth is on every single clothes hanger.
If the whole movie was like that, yes, but it's so fucking uneven. Airplane's like that, but it's throughout. The whole movie's like that. This keeps being like, is it this movie? Is it this movie? Is it this movie? Or this movie? If you don't know, it's not my job to figure it out.
Yeah. Well, I feel like they really were trying to make a Zucker Brothers John Hughes movie. Like that has to have been. Yeah. Although, granted, I mean, this is so early in the John Hughes career that at this point he really
different movies, like you just described, the two different styles. You're right; it would be a hybrid, some kind of
but I mean, like, for lack of a better term, like a parody of a high school movie. It feels like that's what they were trying to do, right?
I don't know.
I think he was trying to make his
again. I don't think I agree.
Yeah. It's almost like that. It exists in that same sort of, like the Joe versus the volcano.
That's reality, a perfect example.
Where it's like that's a movie that tonally knows what it's trying to be, and it's commenting on things visually and aesthetically and whatever. But that's one that's consistent throughout, right? And then I feel like this is him trying to do that same style of film, where it's like, this is my version of reality. This is how I see the world. But maybe it's just it's uneven, it's just you can't quite figure out how far to go or how long to commit to a thing, or the visual gags are just visual gags for the joke, as opposed to saying something about, like, in the math class, like, all these people have all these things that they're pulling out of their backpacks, and like that's funny, but what is he saying about math class? Like it's just sort of like he's going for the Gallagher gag,
Correct. There's no statement. It's all surface bullshit.
Oh my God. It's a Gallagher movie. It makes sense now.
Comedy.
Yes, it's just fruit explosions.
Yeah, but which I mean, you love it or you hate it.
But he's trying to do Carlin style humor. He's like, oh, I'm going to do this dark weave of this fucking. It's heavy subject matter, but we're going to treat it really light. And it's like, but you're not fucking qualified to do that. Yeah, you're not George Carlin.
Well, here's a movie that I think does that dark side of high school really well. Is Heathers, the Winona Ryder, Christian Slater.
I agree.
Movie.
Yeah. I agree, but you're going to love Grosse Pointe Blank for the same reason.
Yeah. Definitely
back
darker.
To that.
And
ironically,
and right after high school reunion.
Heathers is made by the same person who made Hudson Hawk. Have you guys seen Hudson Hawk?
Bruce Willis.
The Bruce Willis movie?
A movie that tonally is sort of like, it's here, it's there, it's here, it's there.
Came and went, exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And Heathers is a movie I think works. Hudson Hawk doesn't technically work. I do love Hudson Hawk, but I love it as a, what the hell is this movie? Bruce Willis's only screenwriting credit is on Hudson Hawk.
Oh my God. Awesome.
He just wants his cappuccino, you guys.
But it's these big swings. And I mean, I don't know. I don't want to speak on Savage Steve's behalf that he was doing a big swing here, but yeah, it's like Hudson Hawk. He was trying to make a film that was not quite a genre, that could be defined. I don't want to keep coming back to Joe versus the volcano, but it's like, it's in that same satirical tone. But not, it didn't fire. And so what I'm hearing from you guys is I feel like this is another example of that type of film where, like, it was trying for something that it just didn't quite get.
Yeah. I think that's ultimately what it is. It is really trying, and you can see how hard it's trying with the jokes, but it just doesn't quite lock together.
But like Pee-wee's Big Adventure,
I thought
would
you were going to say you didn't.
Oh, sorry. I was gonna say like Pee-wee's Big Adventure is one that it's in its own heightened reality. Pee-wee's in his own world. All of these things like exist in their own sort of like hyper reality. But
So why do I give that a pass
the whole time?
Yes.
I think it's just tone.
I think that's it. I think that movie has a vision.
filmmaker.
I don't think this movie had a vision at all. I don't think this director had a vision. I think he storyboarded it all out. I think he did a shot list, but I don't think he had a vision for what this movie means. You know what I mean? Like, is Lloyd really any more grateful to be alive at the end of this movie than he was in the beginning? Like, I know he got the girl, but I'm not convinced he's not going to commit suicide next year.
Yeah.
Like, his family's nothing's better in his life other than he got the girl, and she's a fucking exchange student. Like, this doesn't work.
And he's a weird dude at
Dodger
the beginning.
Stadium, that's the end?
Weird dude at the end. Yeah, like...
Plus, that skateboard kid, the bicycle kid, the newspaper kid is going to be so pissed that he just almost died. He's going to kill him when he gets to the mound.
Yeah, exactly.
Which, oh my god, what an insane shot when that kid flies off the mountain and we follow that dummy falling for so long.
I thought to myself, I can't believe they just killed a kid, and then they show him like getting up out of the snow. I'm like, fucking, that's the other thing. This movie couldn't commit to anything. Do you want to make the dark joke, or do you want to be like, no, just kidding, everything's fine? Like,
well, not to spoil Wet Hot American Summer for you, Jay, but there is some really dark killing of kid jokes in the movie, but it works. Like, there's some.
That's what I'm really. If you commit to it, they didn't kill the kid in this. They just made you think they did for 2 seconds.
I wonder how much of that, like going back to the poster that they had to keep revising the copywriting on the poster. I wonder how much was a response. The movie came in under budget and under schedule, but when they showed it to a test audience and they were like, "Oh my God, you killed a kid," did they then have to film him getting up and shaking himself off? You know, like how much of it was in response to it's too dark, we gotta lighten it up? Or
this movie didn't strike me as having a lot of reshoots.
Yeah,
but there wasn't a whole lot of course correction going on with this movie for me.
But maybe
meaning if they inserted that later,
But I was going to say, maybe they shoot it on the day with full intention of like, we could go either way. We could see the kid falling, and that's where we leave it. And I would look at that and go like, oh boy, okay. Well, and even watching Wet Hot American Summer today, you go like, oh man, I forgot that's where this movie goes at points.
Yeah. Did you ever watch Children's Hospital? I know we talk about it a lot because of Corddry, but did you ever watch that show?
I never did watch Children's Hospital, no. I think I owned the first season, but I never.
If you could just watch it an episode or two, they're really, really short. You'll get it, but it's the same thing, dark humor, and they killed a couple kids on that too.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I own the first season. I'll have to double check, but yeah, I'll check it out.
By the way, they made sure the font. Speaking of Henry Winkler, they made sure that his name was Children's, so that the hospital was named after the guy. It's not a children's hospital.
Not a children's hospital.
It's that guy's name is something F Children's, and it's his hospital. Yes, and that was the
right. That's funny.
That was their way of getting out of killing kids for too long.
Now,
True.
Troy, is there any other like jokes or gags or scenes that stick out to you that we haven't really talked about?
I mean, I don't think so. There was the tasty car. We talked about that. Mom's weird food. I can't think of anything that we haven't really touched on. Again, as a kid who grew up skiing, I don't understand why he's wearing welding goggles when he skis, or what he puts the welding goggles on before he races too. So again, it's all the weird stuff. Like, why does he shower in his socks? Why does he dry his socks? All those weird sort of
esoteric
eccentricities.
Eccentricities. Yeah.
Yeah.
Heat. Sorry, I'm dying. Huh? But like that's never really explained. I don't understand why. Just to be weird, I guess.
I think so, and maybe that's an attempt to kind of like set us up for where like this movie is weird.
Yeah, like he's just a weird.
Lloyd's
guy.
Weird, or not Lloyd, but whatever's weird.
Lane.
He's not Lloyd.
Right?
Lane. Yeah, Lane.
That guy became a kickboxer, sport of the future. This.
Yeah.
You don't know what happens to him. Yeah.
And we should say that this is technically a Christmas movie, so you can revisit it every year around the holidays with your family around the fire. You can all sit around and watch Better Off Dead.
Yeah, So was Nosferatu last year too. So you can just
a beautiful, heartwarming Christmas tale with Count Orlok.
Oh,
you
man.
and Count Orlok can visit your family for Christmas. Christmas release too, actually, I believe. Yeah, I think it came out at Christmas.
See, that's another weird thing. Like, you would think that this would be like a summer release that you're trying to get the kids that are on summer break or whatever, and not a Christmas film. But
well, ironically, was released in summer, but it's a Christmas, like it takes place during Christmas. All these things, like it's just like, why?
Yeah.
If you're gonna do Christmas,
Nothing
release
about this
your
makes
movie
sense.
in November at least, right?
Yeah.
What do we got here? I talked about the Frankenstein bit. I love the Frankenstein bit. I actually really like John Cusack's performance in that Frankenstein bit. Like he's really doing the Dr. Frankenstein of it all with the eyes and the face and the insanity. And there's the little tray to put the burgers on, just like the original film. I was into it. I like the advice of if something's in your way, turn.
Yeah, that's good
advice.
That's good advice.
Something to take away from the film.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but looking back on the film, is that advice that he has heeded? Like, what is, if there's something in his way, turn. Beth was in his way, I guess, but she ditched him, so that wasn't a thing. Skiing, the K-12 was in his way, and he did that, I guess.
This movie had no idea what it wanted to say.
Yeah.
Well, and what I was just gonna say is, one thing is that is a joke that is repeat. It's the same joke repeated twice. They're not evolving the joke. Charles says it at the beginning, and then when Monique is training him at the end, she says the exact same thing. If something's in your way, turn.
Yeah.
Right.
It's easier to swallow when it comes from one of the princesses as opposed to Booger. That's what the lesson was there. It's like,
I think it's supposed to have the gravity of the slow clap and Hoosiers or something, and it's like it doesn't have any gravity.
Yeah.
Or like Cars, Doc Hudson, you got to turn left to go right.
Sometimes you go, turn hard enough going left, you find yourself turning right or whatever. Yeah.
Turn left to go right.
Guess what happened? I went left.
So I could not confirm this. I was really trying to see if I could figure out the names of the ski doubles. But I have a feeling, like happens in many, many films, is they can't find a particular athlete to double usually a female character. And I have a suspicion that when Monique and Lane are doing their little ski montage and all their little tricks through the legs, I have a feeling that it might be, two fellas, because the body shape changes. And
in the pink suit.
Yes. It's always noticeable when they're putting a man in like tighter fit women's clothing, and men don't have the hips that women have.
No.
And I always just think all of a sudden there's the shot of like them skiing behind, and it's like this tall, skinny pink thing. And you go, I wonder if that is a male skier. Most likely with a big wig.
I mean, they didn't really even try in any of the skiing sequences. Like that whole when Lane does his trial run for the ski team, like that's clearly not, like it didn't even try to make it look like him.
Although I did read that they made the professional skier wear the welding goggles,
true.
And the welding goggles have no peripheral vision. So now this professional skier has to ski down, which is still a very steep, dangerous slope in welding goggles that you can only see straight ahead.
And are darkening things like 5 or 6 stops that you can't see anything either. Yeah. Oh God.
Maybe it's because I don't watch enough ski movies, but all I could think was like they just all the coverage just reminded me of like the Juicy Fruit commercial.
Well, it did look like that. It did look like that, but the ski stuff was my favorite. That was my favorite part of the movie, I think. But more
whenever
than
there's ski coverage.
Yeah, honestly, the ski coverage was, I feel like it was shot by somebody else entirely. I feel like somebody else went and did the second unit ski coverage, and it was really good.
You know, you could be totally right. I did not look into any sort of second unit directors because now that you mention it, it does have
It was a different quality
look.
of work.
Yeah.
And
it's got some
and
film
even if
grit
you're
to
just going with the goal of like we're here to cover skiing, right? Maybe naturally, even if it was Savage Steve who shot it, maybe you are just thinking about covering that differently. But now that you mention it, Jay, it probably was some other like sports professional skier like team going out and shooting the second unit of these professional
Somebody
skiers.
who was qualified to do it.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah,
because
they did all the stunt stuff that you were just talking about too, probably, and it was like, well,
and it looked
even the
better.
operator, even the camera operator would have needed to be a professional skier, to follow those two doubles down the hill for that montage.
Yep.
So yeah, it probably was a second unit more apt in covering professional sports.
Well, here to confirm is Savage Steve Holland. He's on the line with us right now.
He's right there.
He's listening.
in
Caller, can you turn your radio down?
Jay, he's behind you.
You know,
after everything I've said, I hope he's not. He's not.
Well, so Jay, you did like the ski coverage. Was there anything else in this movie that tickled you or you enjoyed?
I obviously had seen bits of it over the years. I remembered the fixing up the Corvette thing. I remembered all that. I was like, oh, she speaks English. I remember all of that. So I must have seen it, at some point. But it's weird though, because once I saw those parts, I go, oh, this is that movie. And I can't believe that movie is I Want My $2 is, all of the other lines that we know. So I kind of was surprised that I was watching this iconic movie and not enjoying it. I was kind of bummed about that. And then I think I was like wanting to like it in the beginning, and then it was like this perpetual motion machine of disappointment where I was like, but I'm not enjoying it. And then but I wish I was enjoying it. And then it just kind of and and I would say it's not a good movie even a little bit. And I don't know why it's got a 75% rating and why it's a cult classic and why everyone I knew grew up loving this movie.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
I think a big part of it is when it came out and its eventual release on HBO. Because if you were of a certain age, I think you kind of fell in love with this movie and it just impressed itself on you.
Watching it at 11.
But I was that age.
Yeah.
But you weren't watching it on HBO all the time. That's what I'm saying.
No, but my point is I did see enough of this movie when I was young to make a judgment call of that thing is not for me. And now I see as an adult, I go, oh, my quality control meter was pegging off the fucking thing. I was going, there's so many other good movies from 84, 85, Brandon, hello, that I was just like, this one sucks. And the adult me agrees with the young me. I don't know what I saw that other people didn't or vice versa.
Yeah. Well,
also, I think this guy is not a good director. I think he was inexperienced. I can't believe he got it made, all of that stuff. And then he made two of them. And the other one I remember not liking either.
Well, I've never seen the One Crazy Summer. I might check it out.
I may revisit it now just because of this.
Yeah, with the context, I'm curious. It would be interesting to see, like, is there any improvements in my opinion, right?
I remembered seeing that one, and I remembered it. Good. Yeah, I agree with you.
So that's the thing. So I think if you didn't like this one now, watching One Crazy Summer,
it's gonna go the other way.
But I do.
So I remember the other one being not good.
Yeah.
Well, but I don't remember her being in it that much either, if I recall. Isn't it him and his buddies on the stage and all that? Oh fuck! Hilarious.
Bobcat in a Godzilla suit. That's what's on the back of this VHS tape.
Oh my god,
Bob! Yeah,
that's amazing.
I mean, you trade in Curtis for Bobcat. That's a step up, sure.
But I think he's in it. I think Curtis Armstrong's in it.
Oh, yeah, probably. I mean, it seems like a lot of the people that were in this were also in One Crazy Summer.
Gentle Ack Curtis Armstrong of Risky Business. Doesn't even say of Better Off Dead.
Wait, I have to read this for you. So when I looked up the director, I had to
Savage
take a
Steve
picture
Holland.
of. Correct. Allow me to read just this begin. This is his bio that I'm assuming he wrote. The 1980s spawned some of the most popular and celebrated teen comedies of all time. Parenthetical. Fast Times at Ridgemont High, The Breakfast Club, Porky's, The Last American Virgin, etc. But certainly one of the most off the wall of the bunch was Better Off Dead, written and directed by Savage Steve Holland.
Wow. Where was
They list
that?
a bunch of
Where did you
movies
read
he had no connect. The Apple TV. It's the Apple TV bio that came up on the thing, and it goes on and on and on further. But I'm guessing it was probably pulled from IMDb or something. I don't think they
it's
write
like
their
that? That's
own.
hilarious.
But this strikes me as written by fucking Steve himself.
Yeah.
The 80s spawned some of the, and then like all of these movies that he was aiming for, and then
Yeah.
the one he did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Written and directed by Savage. Holland's first movie job in terms of both writing and directing also happened to be Better Off Dead. Hilarious. Went on to be a cult classic via numerous airings on HBO over the years. Holland followed up Better Off Dead with another odd but funny comedy, 1986's One Crazy Summer, which again starred Cusack as... Oh my God. Whatever. Sorry.
Well, I can't wait to check it out. Better Off Dead was released August 23rd, 1985. Had a budget of $3.5 million.
Can't
Wow.
believe it.
Okay.
Here's the interesting thing. Its
This movie didn't
release
cost
date
that.
is August 23rd. It opens number 31 at the box office. But it's because it played in 13 theaters or 15
Oh.
theaters.
Oh.
Wow.
So close.
Such a limited release. And that was the same week as, ironically, your co-author, Troy, Craig Goldberg's Teen Wolf.
Yeah,
came out
what came out that week that
the exact same day as Teen Wolf and Godzilla 1985, which we covered with Jacob Walsh, who you know.
yeah.
Now, October 11th is when it kind of opens up to 650 theaters. So I went with the October 11th release date. It still was at only number 7 at the box office. So the week of October 11th, 1985, number 1 at the box office, Commando, which we've covered, has been in theaters for 2 weeks. Number 2, Jagged Edge, 2 weeks. Number 3, new this week, Silver Bullet, which we've covered. Number 4, also new this week, Remo Williams, a film I've never seen.
Never heard of it.
Number 5, Strong, at 14 weeks. Back to the Future.
Back to the Future.
Wow.
Yeah. Number 6, Agnes of God, has been in theaters for 4 weeks. And then number 7, Better Off Dead. Played for 14 weeks in theaters, made $10.2 million.
All right.
So, marginal success. I don't really know how much of a marketing campaign it had, but even if we do double the budget, which I cannot see them spending another $3.5 million on just marketing alone for Better Off Dead, a success. You know, and if we consider the AFI catalog, specifically noting that this film came in under schedule and under budget, goes on to make, you know, just under 3 times its budget, I can see why Savage Steve Holland got to make another film. The interesting thing about it is they went into production for One Crazy Summer, his follow-up film, in July 17th, 1985. So before Better Off Dead,
the box office release,
had hit theaters. And that's where this sort of quote and this story of John Cusack getting to go and see Better Off Dead and apparently hating the movie so much that he went to Savage Steve Holland and said, I will never trust you as a director again. It's the worst thing I've ever seen. And I don't know at what point. Maybe John Cusack was finished shooting One Crazy Summer. I don't know that information, but apparently he was not happy with Better Off Dead.
I mean, it made him look weird. I get it. Yeah, it was like he's not leading man quality, and the quirkiness, to Jay's point, kind of didn't sell.
Yeah,
and the way that probably it should have. There was no endearing quality to him.
Career as well, right? Like,
yeah,
he's only been in a couple movies at this point. Now, in 2013, he did do a Reddit AMA, and somebody asked him about that moment, and he didn't really say whether or not that's what he said, but he did clarify that he doesn't hate the movie. He just thought it could have been better. And that's kind of where he sits. And maybe that's just, distance and the fact that he continued to have quite a successful career after a movie that he probably thought was going to kill his career. And he was already doing a movie with the same director who he now saw the movie and wasn't a big fan of.
Yeah, like, oh God, why did I double up on this?
Yes, yeah.
But that also leads me to believe, like, I'm really curious, like, if there's a script out there somewhere, or even his storyboards or something that we can see, like, maybe there was another version when John Cusack was making this film, he thought it was going to be something that it totally wasn't. So when he sees the screening of it and he goes, wait, what is this? Is terrible. What happened?
Yeah. But
nobody sets out to make a better movie, right? But
I don't know how you could be on that set and not know that this wasn't going to turn out how it did. You don't shoot that slimy raisin thing and go, oh, I didn't know it was going to be that kind of movie.
But I like the slimy raisin thing. So if I'm seeing that on set and I'm seeing the tentacles, I like all of that stuff, right?
Yeah, but you're not John Cusack. Yeah. You're looking for different stuff than he is.
But that's what I'm saying is when you look at the script and you see all these jokes in the movie, these visual gags, you're thinking, okay, this is going to be like Airplane. This is going to be like Mel Brooks.
Yes.
This is what we're setting out to make.
You would think that, yes, I agree with you. And then it's not that at all.
But I think a big part of that is when it starts to be put together. I think that it's the connective tissue that I think this movie doesn't have. It has lots of jokes, and I think it's just there's something that is not connecting it, whether it's the tone, whether it's the story, whether it's being too preoccupied with trying to take yourself seriously when you want to have the romantic date moment and losing the humor and the jokes through that bit. It's just I think poor decision making and a novice filmmaker.
Oh, excellent. Totally agree.
Yeah. Maybe John Cusack was also mad that he was available when Eric Stoltz was kicked off of Back to the Future and he didn't get that. It was some sour grapes.
Legit.
Can you imagine John
So
Cusack?
when this movie started, I thought to myself, wow, is this how they woke up every 80s kid with a fucking flippy radio and a crappy song and a fucking, what time is it, Doc? Oh, geez. I'll be right there.
Huey Lewis and the News is crappy?
This was... At what point is it Huey? No, who was it today?
No, not in this.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Back to the Future.
Even in that, it's not Huey Lewis, is it? Isn't it like Eric Clapton's Time Bomb Town or one of those?
Time Bomb Town, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I always thought it was a Huey Lewis song.
No, it's Time Bomb Town, Eric Clapton. Don't you have that soundtrack? I wore that tape out.
I listen to the score. I don't listen to the soundtrack. Isn't like Lindsey Buckingham on the Back to the Future soundtrack?
Oh, that's who it is. It's Lindsey Buckingham.
Oh, is it Lindsey Buckingham? Okay. Yeah, I never listen to the soundtrack. I listen to the score.
Sylvester score.
Yeah. But then you lose your power of love and you're back in time.
Yeah.
And you're Marvin Berry.
Trust me.
And it's the Marvin Berry with the strings too, with the strings.
In my line of work,
Earth Angels with the strings.
I hear those songs plenty. In fact, every single year, my Spotify Wrapped is I am in like the top 1% of Alan Silvestri because every gig we do is looped Back to the Future music. So it's all those songs, all those scores. So my entire Spotify Wrapped every year is all Back to the Future music.
That's so funny.
My top album of the year is always the Back to the Future soundtrack.
As it should be.
Or the score.
Rightfully so. Yeah.
I like that third one. I like that Clara song, and then a couple on that third one I like.
Well, I do like that. Not that it's on the soundtrack. I think you have to get it in a single, but that country ZZ Top double back.
The double back
cover?
version,
Yeah.
with the like harmonica version. Yeah,
that's a good song. It's better, in my opinion, than the original.
Oh, than the real
ZZ
song.
Top.
Yeah, I agree.
the credit song.
Yeah. The Western version of Double Back. Whew, that's a good song. What do you guys think Siskel and Ebert thought of Better Off Dead?
I'm guessing they probably did not care for it. Either one.
I'm actually going to say that. Yeah, neither. I'm going to say 2 thumbs down, even though I don't know.
I don't see Ebert like.
It seems like Ebert might like it, but there wasn't enough actual sex. They just talked about sex. There was no actual like nudity or sex, and he likes, he likes to see a boob or two.
Or 2 or 3 for his Total Recall review.
That's right. That's right.
Yes, they 3 boobs, 3 thumbs up. They did not care for Better Off Dead.
Yeah.
Siskel
My
said,
guys.
Better Off Dead never finds the right note. And Ebert said,
well said.
Siskel said this one. Ebert said the first one. Siskel said this one, and it made me laugh. He said, I have nothing to say other than that I've seen it.
God, I love when Siskel just gets smarmy about stuff like.
And the way he always, I've been watching so much Siskel and Ebert for this show because every single time they review a movie that we cover, I like to watch the episode. And the way he always is leaning forward and trying to cut off Ebert.
He's trying literally like get in front of him almost.
Yes, yeah. He can't contain himself when he's quipping.
So great.
Yes.
You ever watch the outtakes of that show when those two are going at it with each other in between takes and stuff?
No.
It's fucking
God,
fantastic.
I'm gonna look that up. Yeah,
so great.
I gotta find
it's
that.
So amazing. Sometimes they are just they seem like they straight up hate each other. It's amazing.
Gene, you ignorant slut. Like there's gotta be something in there.
I never really considered myself a fan of Siskel and Ebert, and maybe part of that was because they were before my time, and I always saw them as like these critics that I was like they don't get it, right?
They always hated.
It's already a cartoon for you.
Yes, yes. And one of the things, part of the reason why I like bringing them up on the show is because one, I'm getting to love them. I'm finding them. I'm starting to really love them. But it's just such a wonderful like cultural touchstone, and I think it's so fascinating to like. This is the review of the time, right? We're talking about this movie 41 years later now. Yep. It's just so.
But we don't consult Leonard Maltin when we do this. We go straight to Siskel and Ebert because they were the voices of the time.
Yeah, and
I totally agree.
I got respect for Maltin. I've seen those books he puts out, but yeah, there's just something about Siskel and Ebert that I'm starting to fall in love with those guys.
Yeah, Maltin was getting the sweet studio deals to be flown out to go see something and in a sweet hotel.
All right, we'll skip him. Maybe Gene Shalit.
Shalit.
Oh yeah, that's the mustache, the crazy hair guy.
The hair,
Awesome.
Yeah. He was the Today Show guy, the NBC guy.
Okay, yeah. So Siskel and Ebert, 2 thumbs down on this one. Did not enjoy it, but as Troy so expertly guessed, absolutely nailed it. 1987 premieres on HBO, plays a myriad of times between 87 and 89.
Yeah.
And I think that's where it sort of did get its cultural stickiness. And much like you seeing the 75% J and me on Letterboxd seeing so many high reviews and defending the movie, I just have such a feeling that those are all the people that just became sort of obsessed with it in a way from that time period, right?
Bunch of sheep.
Bunch of sheep. Couldn't go to the theater to see it. But.
They took the bait. Yeah. Look at all of the other movies that came out around it that you mentioned. They're all better.
But I feel like that was sort of like there was a heightened anxiety when you would turn on HBO at whatever time it was, 10, 11 o'clock at night, and who knows what was going to be on. And that's the first time I saw
HBO
Aliens.
was special.
And
HBO
like,
back then was
see
special.
Something weird. I'm going to see something cool. And yeah, so I feel like that you felt like you were, you know, like when you were listening to the indie radio station or something, like it was going to be something introducing you to something that you thought was cool.
When HBO first came out, not only did you have to pay for it, but not everybody even had access to it. So you really felt like you were in on something special. Yeah. I agree with that, definitely.
And that, I mean, so that's that. Again, that was my introduction to it. It was like we were up. I was with my parents up in the mountains in our cabin, and we had HBO there because it was one of those, you know, rental things. I was like, I'm gonna watch all the HBO I can handle, and it would go off the air at whatever time it was, 11 or 12 o'clock in Colorado. But so I would watch whatever that last movie was. And it was usually whatever they were highlighting that particular week. Yeah, but I guess I was in a different mindset back in 1980. Was it probably like?
Well, how old are you too? Like maybe we're not.
43.
How old?
43. Yeah.
All right, so I'm like 5 years older. Yeah, so I mean that might be a difference there too. Just a little bit. But again, it's not that I was not aware of this movie or not that I didn't see parts of this movie. My friends were watching this movie and I didn't like it. I would leave and go do something else because I didn't think this movie was funny.
Yeah.
That was then.
Yeah.
But again, you know, I just had last year I had Splash, I had Ghostbusters. This year we've got Back to the Future, Goonies. Like these are the movies I'm watching, and then they're watching, laughing at fucking, you know, Raisin Slime, and I'm like, no.
I like it. I'm gonna defend it. I think it's funny.
No, I know, but you're wrong.
You can't tell me I'm wrong. It's subjective. I think it's very funny.
I think, you know, again, all of the things that were in it, everything could be a good idea, but zero was executed well. And everything could have been fine, but I don't think that anything was fine because it wasn't done well.
I couldn't really. When we were talking about the Howard Cosell guys earlier, I remember having a moment where that was kind of like one of the first sort of like clues for me about like something is off in this movie, because it kind of just cuts to the car comes up, he says something. He puts on dish gloves, and then they have a race, and he backs up. And I'm like, okay, what is the like? Why is going on here?
With no exposition whatsoever, exactly. And why is he announcing the whole thing? Too many worlds.
You have to like explain things to me, because so many movies just show you things. They don't tell you things, and it works. But that was a particular moment. That cut to John Cusack and that car, and then the two brothers pulling up. That is when kind of I was just like, okay, like what is this? Like that was my first sort of feeling into like something's not quite clicking here. They're doing jokes, they're doing bits, but something is, and maybe it's just an editing, maybe it's just a tone, maybe it's just a vision, maybe it's just the choices that Savage Steve Holland is making around the jokes, because I do think there is some very funny, successful jokes and bits in this movie, but it's just how they all connect. I just don't know if that fully worked for me.
You nailed it before, but there's no connective tissue. I think that's a very astute observation. There's so many ideas. Somebody just, it's like they took the writer's room and made a movie about it instead of actually like honing the thing into a story.
I just remembered the little brother cuts out all of the coupons from the cereal boxes, and I just like the visual of
cereal
like the
spilling out.
The whole cut out of the back, right?
Yeah, that's.
I mean, it doesn't make sense because cereal comes in bags, of course, inside that box. So that I had a hard time with.
Okay, that you are right. So I will give you that. It doesn't make sense. That's a bad joke.
But in this reality, there's no bags in those.
Yes, exactly. Right. In Savage Steve Holland.
Because I'm all for the gag. It's just like nothing was thought out.
Yeah.
It's a bunch of ideas. Nothing's fleshed. Nothing's fleshed at all.
Yeah, maybe the cat food. The cat food would be the only one that maybe would just come loose in the box.
Yeah, that works. Let's do that.
Yeah. And I wish he would have ate the cat food. I really
or he accidentally does. Yes, he accidentally does cat food instead of cereal. Oh, of course. Yes,
Yeah.
that would work.
Yeah.
Yeah. But John Cusack wasn't brave enough in 1984 to eat the cat food. I would have ate the cat food.
Chris Elliott was eating cat food at that point, probably.
Yes, exactly. As Brad Bird said, pain is temporary, film is forever.
Zemeckis.
Oh, is that Zemeckis?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was Brad Bird.
Well,
I mean, he might have
smart
gotten
people.
it too, but yes, it's famously seen a bunch in the behind the scenes of Back to the Future.
Well, two great filmmakers.
I think actually, yeah, the whole hoverboard thing. Something about Michael was complaining something. And he was like, pain is film is
when it's up on the wires.
pain is temporary, film is
Yeah.
forever. Yeah. It was. It was the wire. That's exactly what it was. It was when he was rigged up with all the wires. Yeah. Still a great quote.
Yes.
watching
Is there
the
anything
damn
else from Better Off Dead that I think we've hit it all. We've killed Better
That
Off
Dodger
Dead.
Stadium at the end. Can anyone explain what the fuck? Like, why are they at?
She always wanted to go to the Dodgers game. That was
Okay.
She's wearing-
Yeah, I mean, I get
Wait,
that.
is she-
That's true.
I just realized now, because is she wearing a Dodgers hat?
Yeah.
Blue hat,
very
white stripe,
first-
blue hat with a
The
thing.
very first time we see her when she's in her new room looking out the window, I remember she's wearing a baseball cap. Was it a Dodgers hat?
It might have. Yeah, it might have been.
Maybe.
Oh, okay.
I realized when I thought it was, I was thinking of him with his blue hat and white stripe.
Yeah. That's why.
Yeah.
Him. It's not her.
Yeah.
But it is weird.
It was back to
why are they
back.
Parked in the middle of the field. Why does he have his saxophone? That's like all.
Dude,
is it a joke?
First of all, they're driving a
joke. I don't know if it's
Camaro,
a
a
joke.
rear-wheel drive '60s Camaro with the fucking skis on the top, and now we're at Dodger Stadium. Like, it makes no sense. They put it at the Great Pyramids. It's just as fucking obscure.
Well, everybody knows that Big Bear is famously a K-12 mountain, so they went up
Give
to
me
Big
a
Bear.
break.
I believe it was you.
Even Mammoth isn't a K-12. You know what I mean? Like, they must have been in Vail or what? Ugh.
Because everything was shot in Los Angeles, but I believe the mountain was Utah.
Yeah, the skiing had to have been.
That checks
like,
out.
not
That checks out
here.
Utah.
Yeah.
Or Colorado.
It is, Snowbird, Utah.
When
Utah
the kid
ski
with the
resort.
bike, when the bike went off the cliff, I go, kill the kid or don't, but pick a lane.
And it's true. Like we talked about it, but yeah, like it is kind of true.
Somebody's gonna find Jay's notes for this movie and be like, "Is he okay?" Like,
Yeah.
kill the kid or don't. I don't care, but pick a lane. Anybody who knew my wife would just be like, that's just Nicole talking. Everything's fine. That's just how she was.
Yeah, I mean, I really think we've covered Better Off Dead.
And we did it in 2.5 hours.
I know it's crazy. That's why I'm like, did we get everything? Because I really think we did.
I mean,
Well,
I will
Last
say
episode
when
was 4 hours.
Yeah, I didn't think this was going to be a 4-hour one. I mean, we were covering the career of the Coen brothers last week, so
That's true.
Yeah, that's
true.
That's a tough thing to do.
I didn't think we would hit 4 hours for this one, but
Yeah. No, true.
sorry, what were you were gonna say something, Troy?
Well, I was gonna say when you guys posted, a little advertisement about this episode going up, I did get a couple of messages from people saying, "Oh, Better Off Dead is my favorite. Like that's one of my favorite films." And so, like, it does have it's got a soft place in a lot of people's hearts.
Yeah.
So,
Dude, I think everybody from my age and age group loves this movie. I think I'm really the odd man out.
It got a 40th anniversary 4K re-release. I remember seeing it in the store and going like, "Oh yeah, we'll cover this on the show. I've never seen this. Should I buy it?" Yeah.
instead, you paid the $4 on Apple TV or whatever.
I did rent it. Yes, I did rent it. Well, okay. I guess we can.
Yeah,
get to
4K.
our-
This is 4K. That's why.
Yeah.
It does look
Yeah.
good. I will say that.
Yeah.
I guess we can get to our reviews. Jay, would you like to go first, or would you like me to go first?
I think I've already reviewed it. You can probably tell where I stand on this. It's a
Yeah.
movie that didn't know what it wants to be, and because of that, it doesn't know what it is.
Yeah.
I feel like it just didn't have direction. Yeah. You know, the first-time writer, first-time director is not a surprise to me when I look at the piece. But I mean, I don't mean to shit on it. I just couldn't find any redeeming quality for me, so I have it as a 1 star.
Fair.
I wanted to give it 2. I even thought there were a couple parts where I go, you know what, it's going to be okay. Maybe it'll be a 3, and it just kept bringing it back to, I don't know what this is. It's just there. I can't find any quality in it other than, like you said, cinematography and. What was it? The music was okay. Something else was okay. So.
Yeah, that's fair.
Isn't that the joke?
I know. I just feel I sound like a real.
Remember Jay Moore's show Action, Jay, where he's like he goes to the premiere of his movie and he's in the bathroom and he's like, "Oh, the music's fantastic." He's like, "Don't talk to me about the music. When a movie sucks, everybody talks about the music being good."
Yeah, it's true.
It's very astute.
Here I go.
Yeah. Troy, what is your star rating for Better Off Dead?
I think so. When I found out I had to do a star rating, that took some doing because I had to figure out what the curve was that I was grading on. And like Jay was saying, this is also, you've got like Back to the Future and Ghostbusters and all these films that those are your 5s. So I think if I would have given you a star rating 20, 30 years ago, I probably would have given you like a 3 or a 4 star rating. But here I'm probably at a 3. Like it's a classic movie that I appreciated one way when I was younger, and now I watch it and I see it a different way. And so I think, again, knowing that it was something, it's like watching or hearing a song that you have fond memories of. So I watched this film, I have fond memories of when I first saw this film. So there's a little bit of rose-colored glasses there for it too. But I hear all of you guys' criticisms, and they're all very like fair and very valid, and it makes total sense. And then you watch it and you're like, it could have been a whole lot better. It could have been something totally different. Yeah. If they would have gone that
so that's
mile.
It. Yeah. Yes. I kept seeing moments where I'm like, God, this could be better. God, this could be a tiny tweak would have made this better.
Why didn't you?
Didn't get there. Yeah. Yeah. And then I think, but I do want to go watch not Endless Summer. The other one though.
One Crazy Summer.
You know, thank
Endless
you.
Summer's a fun
just for comparison to see like, okay, did he tighten some of these things up? Is it, maybe it's still bad, but maybe for different reasons, you know, like I'm fucking curious now.
Yeah, me too. Definitely going to check it out.
And I also checked, it's $4.99, so I think I'm going to buy it and watch it.
Why not?
Yeah, I wonder if it's in 4K. I'm right in between both of you because I am 2 stars. And that is because I don't think a lot of the movie works, but there was enough. There was jokes in there that I was like, these are good jokes. I like these bits.
Yeah.
And
it is not 4K. I just bought it. It is not 4K.
I was thinking I always think about what curve I'm grading this on. It's always like a gut feeling for me, but I was thinking about.
It starts the exact same way. It's the same fucking movie. This is ridiculous.
Yes,
the Rat Fink
what
animation.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Sorry.
A couple of weeks ago, we did Transylvania 6-5000, which similar, seemingly successful in the jokes, but maybe not fully like baked, let's say. And I gave that one a 3-star. And so I just couldn't give it the same as Transylvania 6-5000. I enjoyed Transylvania 6-5000 more than Better Off Dead. And that's kind of how I came to the 2-star. But yeah. We're all in succession, 1, 2, and 3.
1, 2, and 3. Yeah. And knowing that this is like a favorite film,
I think that's really fair. By the way, Brandon.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. No. I
do think you're like a second behind us, Jay. So, what were you going to say, Troy?
I was just saying, knowing that it's a favorite film that people would give it like 4 and 5 stars, like. Maybe there are also people that like those non sequiturs, those tangents, all of those things that don't have connective tissue. Maybe they just identify with those moments and those gags that you were talking about, Brandon, and that's what is like a highlight to them. Like, why does this happen? I don't need to know, but it's funny.
I think that's it.
I think that's it. You just put those things away, right?
Yeah.
You don't even think about that stuff anymore. You're just like, I just want to get to the 3rd car racing scene. I just want to get to the Van Halen Frankenstein scene, right? Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
So I was going to say that I think that this could appeal to a kid because they don't put the pieces together. They're only looking at the pieces. And the pieces might be entertaining to a kid of this thing and that bit and whatever. I'm an adult now looking for a story and a through line and how well stuff's done. You know what I mean? I'm being really critical.
Yeah.
That stuff.
The pod race. Maybe
for a kid,
cool.
you just look at all the shiny thing. The pod race, you fucking guy. Even I get that joke. Even I get that reference. That's the worst part of that thing. Other people say Jar Jar. I say no. The pod race. As a car guy, I hate the pod race.
I love the pod race, but that's because that movie was.
No, you don't.
I do. I love the pod race. I do love the pod race, and that's because
physics be damned.
I don't. It's a Star Wars movie. I don't give a shit about physics. I love the pod race, but that is because that movie came out when I was 7 years old, and that movie was made for me.
There you go. Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah. All right. So one of the things I love to do is I love to pull reviews from Letterboxd for the movies that we're covering. And I had mentioned earlier that it was hard to find some good reviews for this movie because majority of them were all people defending the movie or people just commenting on the fact that Dan Schneider is in this movie. So there wasn't a lot of quips in the review section, but I went through a lot of them and I found some.
Yeah.
Nobody told me that Joel Murray is in this follow-up. I love Joel Murray, Bill Murray's brother, Joel Murray.
Oh, I didn't.
Oh,
I didn't know Joel was in this.
He's there. Yeah, he's the whole time I'm pointing this, so he must be in it a bit.
Right. Okay, so here are some Better Off Dead reviews from Letterboxd. Sarah says, "This fucking guy took a shower with socks on, and it still wasn't the weirdest thing in this movie." 4.5 stars.
But oh my god, 4.5.
I know.
Out of 10?
No, out of 20. Jackson says, Donnie Darko, but for Oingo Boingo fans, 5 stars.
Oh.
Hang on, let's think about that. Okay, depressed kid, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Weird family, definitely.
Yeah.
High school shit, for sure. Girl, for sure. Whoa, this is pretty astute, too.
Okay. Yeah, way to go,
bunny,
Jackson. That's a funny
no
one.
dreams, no time travel.
Lemon Shorts says, I had a crush on Monique as a kid and a crush on the Camaro as an adult. 3 stars.
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
Still a crush on Monique. That's, But.
And lastly here, Ryan says, there are definitely funny bits, but it couldn't even decide if it wanted to be a John Hughes parody or a John Hughes copycat. 2.5 stars.
Dude, that guy's the best.
Yeah.
Good job.
And that's kind of how I felt too, is it felt like it wanted to be a parody, it wanted to be a Zucker Airplane, send up satire, but then it really did lose me when they chose to do the romantic date scene and kind of lose the jokes.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
There should have been more jokes in it. I just remembered another scene that I really did like, which could have been played up, not the same joke, but they could have done something similar when they do that flashback scene and it's Lane and Beth talking to each other at the picnic table and they each are doing their subconscious monologue about like having something on their nose.
Wiping the nose. Yeah, that was funny.
But it's just a gag that I love. It was always my favorite thing on Seinfeld. Whenever we heard like Elaine's, like in the subway, her inner thoughts, and you're getting to watch these people act, knowing that then they have to go and record their voiceover.
They're acting to their own voiceover.
Yeah.
But also, why didn't they do that more then too? Yeah, that's
could have used that as a tool. Yes,
that could have been a thing that was throughout. Yeah.
Yes. But in fact, that would have made more sense for a high schooler. Like we're in the head all the time. Then you see his neurosis. Yes, I would have liked that.
But Better Off Dead. I'm glad I didn't buy that 4K. I'm happy that I've seen it now. I am so happy that we got to talk about it tonight. Like it's fun to still talk about all this kind of stuff and have its place in the 1985 oeuvre.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And you need films like this to get to films like Wet Hot American Summer, like things with like
true.
Those sort of like prototypical things that came out in the 80s that sort of set the stage for films.
I would have argued that was more Meatballs. Wouldn't that be more of a Meatballs send up?
Yeah, Meatballs. Yeah.
I've never seen Meatballs.
Bill Murray,
Meatballs-
Ivan Reitman,
Yeah.
Harold
Yeah.
Ramis.
Like
Yeah.
it's very like it's a very endearing film too. Like Meatballs is very earnest.
A lot of heart in that, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Is it a summer
that's worth
camp movie?
another viewing too. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's very Wet Hot American Summer. I feel like
Yeah.
it's almost like it's they're going after that. Obviously, it's the whole genre, but
Yeah.
because there was like 4 Meatballs. There's a bunch of Meatballs.
Yeah.
They made a bunch of those movies.
But
Yeah.
none of the, I mean, yeah, that was sort of the first one was the Ivan Reitman, Bill Murray joint, and the rest of them were, direct to video.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
They just
Yeah. Not the same.
got it.
Yeah. But
Now I feel like we're killing time.
it just doesn't matter, Jay. It just doesn't matter. Yeah. I feel like all of those letterboxed reviews are probably spot on. Like it's
Yeah.
very fair.
My Letterboxd review, I don't read them on the show a lot, but mine was 900 jokes and 5 laughs.
Oh, 2.5 stars? 2 stars. What'd you say?
Two stars. Yeah.
2 stars. Yeah.
Well, Troy, please come up to Universal area so
Yes.
you can come hang
Yeah.
out.
That would be fun.
Go visit the
It'd be
set.
great to see you in person.
Yeah.
Well,
Let's do that. Thanks for having me on the show, you guys. This
Yeah,
has been
I
fun.
cannot thank you enough. Go out, people, and buy the Real
Yeah, I gotta get
Ghostbusters,
those.
The visual history.
Yeah.
Are these deluxe versions still available?
Deluxe version is still available. Yeah.
Yeah.
So main difference is you get that slip cover, and then you get a replicated animation cell in there and a portfolio.
Wow.
But it's the same book inside as well. Yeah. And so the deluxe
Animations.
version is looks like the Kenner Firehouse too, which is kind of cool.
I saw that, yeah. We should probably shout out shit. Now I can't think of his name, so you're gonna have to help me here, Troy. But the voice actor who played Peter Venkman on the series just passed away. He voiced Garfield as well.
Oh, Lorenzo Music. Yeah.
Yeah, just passed away. Right? Is that the right guy?
Well, Lorenzo Music, he passed away quite some time ago, didn't he?
Oh, maybe I just saw it.
Yeah,
Somebody
no,
posted something. The voice actor from Garfield died, and I always loved the story about how the voice actor who played Garfield all those years ended up voicing Peter Venkman on the Real Ghostbusters show, the Bill Murray character. And then when the Garfield movie came out, Bill Murray voiced Garfield, which I always thought was like a weird fucking yin yang.
And then in the book, we talked to a couple people who did not make the connection that Lorenzo Music was doing Garfield's voice at the time he was doing Peter Venkman's voice either. So they kind of expressed some regret that they were like, but it's the guy who was doing all of the orange juice commercials, and he was Garfield, and he was so exposed, and then we cast him as Peter, and it was very funny.
I know what you saw, Jay. You saw an anniversary post because
There you
Lorenzo
go.
Music passed away August
Couple
4th,
years ago.
Okay.
2001.
There you go.
Yeah,
5-year anniversary. There you
Because
go.
when you mentioned that, I was like, "Oh yeah, I saw that too. Who was it?" And then I found the post and I was like, "That's the post
man.
I saw." But yes, it was an anniversary post.
There
It
you go.
scared me for
5
a
years
second
ago.
because
Okay.
knowing Dave Coulier has been ill,
That's
I was
right,
worried
yes.
that I was just about to find out that he had passed away. I was like, oh my God, I don't know.
He is alive and well, and I mean as current as earlier today. I have verification of that.
Oh, good. Yeah. Love. All right.
My friend and past and future guest, Jodie Sweetin, is with him right now in Florida.
Oh,
They're
nice.
doing
Okay,
a Full
good.
House reunion. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
amazing.
that's right.
John Stamos, Dave Coulier, and then Jodie, and then the Kimmy Gibbler was the other one. And Lori Loughlin too.
Oh,
this-
Lord, that's awesome.
This fell out of my book, so I want to show it off. I got a Troy Benjamin autograph here.
Whoa, and Craig Goldberg.
That's a Troy
Those are
Benjamin,
two-
Craig Goldberg. Yep.
Two past and
Drop
future
that
guests.
in there. Yeah, Mr. Coulier, we were not able to interview for the book because it was right about the time that he was diagnosed, so we weren't able to.
Oh,
Yeah. That's don't put that on your book. I think it will devalue it. That's maybe keep it in like a book. Use it as a
actually
bookmark.
I do have it separate.
Okay, good.
I love you guys. You guys are great, but I don't know. I haven't stuck
Oh, there
it
he is. Oh, he looks good. All right, good for Dave. Oh, amazing.
That's awesome. Cut it out.
Cut it out. We're in his USA New Jersey. Gotta love it.
Troy, where can people find you online?
they can find me troybenjamin.com or on all the socials at Troy Still Plays. I don't really post that frequently anymore, but yeah. And then we occasionally do the Ghostbusters Interdimensional Crossrip podcast, Mr. Chris Stewart and I. And so you can find that on all the podcatchers out there.
I want to be on that podcast.
That we can do. Yeah. I should send you the one that we did with Sean, where he was talking about his exploits as a kid in Ghostbusters Land. It was fun. But
I mean, I've known him 30 years. I've got those stories.
Yeah.
I want to talk to you.
All right. We can do that.
Yeah. I want to know more about you.
I would love that. We'll get you over there and we'll talk Ghostbusters and talk about the Ecto and yeah. Chris and I have been doing that now for about 10 plus years, and it's fun.
Chris Knight of Kim and Chris? Chris Knight? Wait,
no,
what?
Chris
no,
Stewart.
Chris Stewart.
Yeah, Chris Stewart.
Oh, okay.
Chris and I.
I thought you said Chris Knight for some reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, not Chris.
Do you guys know Kim and Chris? Chris Knight of Kim and Chris from... Oh, okay.
No.
Never mind then. Long-time proppers and
Chris
RPFers.
Stewart's local to me out here.
Okay.
Long-time, big-time Ghostbusters fan and collector.
And proud Canadian.
Amazing.
Yes.
Yeah.
In fact, I believe the lineage of Ryan Dole's Ecto Glows came from Chris Stewart, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, those were his. Yeah.
I don't know where
he wants to be Ecto Glow Elite, but he got it from somebody. So like it's like secondhand Ecto Elite, right?
Oh God, Ecto Glow Elite. What a history. I love it so much.
Yeah. But yeah, thanks guys. Like this has been I love your show, and I'm so sorry that it took so long for me to be on it, because this has been fun.
We are happy to work with your schedule, because I wanted to have you on the show. We've only chatted very little bit through Instagram Messenger, but I
just figured you guys went back. No kidding.
No, we just have mutual friends through Ryan Dole and the YHS crew and Chris Stewart and all these people that we know of through the Ghostbusters community, and we've just followed each other for a number of years.
Dude.
And every so often, Brandon, like the last conversation we had was about Radioland Murders, because you had just watched it, and I was
revisited that one.
Yeah.
But
I know we're doing deep cuts before Brandon, but like anybody who was on Proptopia that's like an inner circle. There were so few of us there back in the day, and I go back, Chevy and Brandon, and like I'm just trying to think of everybody.
There was Sean and Brian, and who's the other guy that was up there during the build days?
Jeff Heath was always there. We called him Jeff the Drunk.
Jeff,
because he'd drink margarita out of a gallon jug. It was crazy.
Oh, that's amazing.
Were you guys
I'm trying to think
together
who else
building
was there
things? Is that what you were
regularly.
doing?
Yeah.
Say it again.
He had a garage.
You were together to build stuff?
Yeah, Sean had a real prop shop for a little bit, even though his day job was DreamWorks or Disney or wherever he was working at the time. And he had an actual, like in an industrial park, and that's where we actually built the time machine the first time, and where we started the second Ecto. But we would he would, in order to subsidize the rental on the shop, he would rent it out. So like they did all of the prosthetics and makeup appliances and ears and fingers and everything for the Star Trek, J.J. Abrams Star Trek movies out of his shop, and other things. But there was always ins and outs. There was always a real professional something going on in the shop whenever we were doing our little other things.
Yeah.
Our little nerdery and having Ernie Hudson come over on Mother's Day and stupid things like that. But
sorry.
Yeah.
Was Proptopia the name of Sean's shop then?
No, it was the name of a message board.
Oh, okay.
It was back in the days of before Facebook groups. It was a message board before the RPF, before Replica Pop Forum.
We talked about that. That's why I was confused, because that was the information that I got. But then you were talking about Sean's shop. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, no, he was talking about other people that were there. Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, Proptopia was one of those where you went to it and it was just a landing page. It's like, you need to be invited to be here. You can't get in. You know.
That never occurred to me. There was like a barrier, and that's maybe why it was such the heyday of like the best of the message boards, because there was less bullshit.
Yeah, and it was like people talking about films and stuff too. Like that, it was a good time. But Yeah, and then that kind of became now is not there anymore. But Sean had his garage that became like the place to go hang out and stuff. And same thing, we'd just be building stuff and talking about movies.
He used to live in Santa Clarita, and he had a condo in Santa Clarita, so he then got a shop in Santa Clarita. But then he bought a house in Pasadena and then moved to Pasadena. So now this shop is all the way up there, and everything was a little convoluted. So then he got rid of the shop, and then we used the carriage house at his Pasadena Craftsman to build the rest of the time machines and the other Ecto and whatever. Yeah. That was real. Oh, so okay, Kurt Sandvig was there on those days when
Kurt? Yeah. It'll come to me. Okay. It's that like it'll be 3:00 in the morning and I'll be like, it was Joe. It was Joe.
I
was joking about Sean before. Please send me his podcast.
I was trying to remember somebody's name, a mutual person we knew, somebody yesterday. We both could not remember their name. Renee and I today were at the grocery store, and I saw a woman who vaguely resembled this person we were trying to remember the name, and her name just popped into my head. It is the weirdest thing. I was standing at the shopping cart, and it was like Leanne. It just like popped, and I was like, oh my God. How, when you're not thinking about it, it'll just pop in your head.
Wow. Amazing.
Jay Ryan, where can people find you on the internet?
Thanks, Brandon. I've got that new Jay Ryan page we started up, Jay Ryan 111. Otherwise, the old one, the regular one, is Porsche Life 111. We've got the late night talk show, late night play set. If you like cars in Los Angeles, Good Vibes Breakfast Club. If you like this podcast, and we certainly hope you do because we want to keep making it a blockbuster year. Let's see, Make It a Good Night. I'll be there on Wednesday, Tuesday and Wednesday. Thursday, Smoke Show with Sweden. Speaking of Jodie Sweetin. And then next week, Jodie Sweetin will be in here for a late night playset. And awesome. I'm sure there's more stuff. I'm doing stuff that we'll be announcing as it's coming out.
The Jodie Sweetin will be on your regular late night Tuesday night? Late night playset Tuesday?
Yes.
Cool.
I think that might be a pre-tape on Monday, but yes, we'll probably throw it up on Tuesday.
Yeah,
it's an availability thing because there's something
we know about pre-tapes now, buddy.
We've never done one of these on Sunday night. But yes, thank you, Brandon. How about you? Did we do Troy? Did we do Troy?
Yeah, we did Troy. Yeah.
Okay.
Everybody's already following
you, Brandon.
Yeah. Like Jay said, follow A Blockbuster Year on Instagram. Subscribe to the YouTube page. We're dropping episodes every Thursday. Sometimes they're live, sometimes they're pre-recorded. But that is the only way that we can get great guests like Troy. So we have to work with these people's schedules. That being said, next week will be a live episode. We're going to be back to live.
Is that right?
That is right.
Oh, next week. Oh, that's right. Because I'll be yes. Because I have plans tonight.
Not tonight.
Tonight I'm at Smoke Show with Sweden. Oh, so don't. Yes. Oh crap.
When is now?
Now is now.
Soon.
Go back. We can't go forward.
The good news is if you follow this, you're going to be up there with 44,200 other people, and you definitely should. BC DeLorean and Other Movie Cars, recently followed by an old friend and colleague, Mr. Paul Scheer, which is great because this guy is the biggest Paul Scheer fan, and Paul Scheer is now a fan of yours.
It took everything for me not to message him today.
Dude, you should have. He's a total nerd.
I know.
We had our time machine when we used to work with him.
I gotta play it cool. I'll message him tomorrow.
There you go. I'll let him know too that it's coming.
You know what's so funny is right now I am actually live on another podcast. Steve 3 and his friends, the Generation X-Wing podcast. We are covering the movie Jackie Chan's Police Story 3. Super Cop, the American title. I'm doing that right now live on their show. So as soon as this finishes, go over to the Generation X-Wing podcast and you can watch me talk more about movies, about Jackie Chan, about Academy Award winning Michelle Yeoh. Yeah. I just realized that that's what will be happening as this is happening now. Yeah. But yeah, follow BC DeLorean. Thank you. Join the army. The nearly 45,000 of us now over there at BC DeLorean. It is insane.
It's awesome, dude.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
And pay your late fees at the video shop.
Yeah. I love that sound. Every time he opens the door.
Next week's episode, we will be live, as I mentioned. We are going to have, we're going to have some great guests. Great guests next week. Returning together again, friends of Troy's, Ryan Dole and Abigail Gardner from YHS podcast Toy Anxiety. Gotham Tonight. They are coming back, and we are covering Disney's The Black Cauldron.
Dude,
the verboten Disney film.
Yes. We're going to talk about it next week, I'm sure. But the funny thing is Ryan Dole and Abigail Gardner both chose Follow That Bird, the Sesame Street movie. And it was like, well, you guys are friends. You do the show together. You could come on together. I put the list out again to some people that I wanted to have back on the show, and they both picked Black Cauldron. And so I was like, I can't believe it. You guys picked the same movie again. Yeah. Let's bring them both back. So I'm very excited for next week's episode with the Black Cauldron.
I was on the road last time, and I loved that episode with them. I had so much fun with them. I can't wait to do this. Although I did think you were going to say the Black Hole, and I was looking forward to revisiting the Black Hole because I don't think I know that one, and I've never seen the Black Cauldron. So.
Yeah, not an 85 movie, but that Steve 3 is such a huge fan of Black Hole, so if we ever cover that year, that is Steve's episode, I guarantee you.
Okay.
The Black Cauldron's going to be an interesting one. Lots of Disney history around that time. You know, the animation department almost goes away entirely around that time. Before the Renaissance, the Little Mermaid saves the studio. Going to talk all about that with some people who know a lot about the animation world. So that's going to be a fun one. Thank you everybody for watching. Thank you for being here. We will see you next week. We really appreciate it. Even our Blockbuster Year Instagram has blown up a little bit. I think we got over 1,000 followers on there. So that's pretty cool.
That's trickled down from the BC DeLorean page.
Yes. But the people are here. So if you're new here,
thank you.
We love you. Thank you for being here. We do this every Thursday. We love doing it. We will see you next week with Black Cauldron. Take care, everybody.
Please leave a comment below. We're supposed to like and hit bells and smash things and like that button and all that.
We've only been doing it for a year. 48 episodes in. Subscribe,
it's the first time we've ever called to action.
Yes, exactly. We're learning. There's a learning curve. I know. We're under 50 episodes. Okay. But thank you. We appreciate it.
And only 700 hours of programming.
Yes, exactly. 3 solid years as stated at the beginning of the show. Good night, everybody. We will see you next week. Take care.
Thank you, Troy. Love you, man.
Oh, thank you guys.
Great to meet you, dude.
So great. Good night.
We love you at home. Please love one another. See you out there.